Is this the part you take my heart and wipe your feet off? What's good, man? What's happening, man? What happening? Mingo in the building, Nate Waves, Uni J. Oh shit, did I leave my folder? No, got Wag the dog, Nate Campbell. Salute to my man Darius, man. Darius with the cash app, man. Salute to you, bro. Salute to you, bro. Ugh. So, salute to my man Aaron. I don't think I got to Aaron the other day, man. Aaron been coming through real heavy, man. Salute to Aaron, man. Aaron in the building. Ah. Yeah, man, we got a lot going on, man. It's a lot. It's a lot happening, man. It's a lot going on, man. It's a lot going on, man. We gonna try to get to most of it, man. We definitely gonna try to get the most of it, man. How was Kwanzaa? Yeah, man. I'm having a great Kwanzaa, man. I'm having a wonderful Kwanzaa. Thanks for asking, man. Ujima and Ikakaru. Ikakaru and Ujima to you too, man. You know, Kwanzaa, you just make up the shit as you go, man. You just you just make up words. Iba Oto Motobata to you. Happy Kwanzaa. Is this the part you take my heart and wipe your feet off? Ujama. Yeah, nigga from Maryland started Kwanzaa, man. Damn son man from Maryland started that shit, man. Fool ain't never been to Africa, man. Salute, man. Salute to everybody, man. In the building, man. We up in this bitch. Nova Ave. That's them PG County hoods, man. Capitol Heights in the building. Oh, that's them PG County hoods, man. My man dropping all the PG County, all the all the but the whole PG County sunny, but he dropping all the negative stuff. He dropping all the negative sunspots, man. Yeah, man. Salute to everybody, everybody watching on Rumble, man. Salute to Rumble, man. Everybody watching on Rumble, man. Salute to y'all, man. I gotta pay more attention to Rumble, man, because Rumble been dropping them super chats lately, man. Salute to Rumble, man. Kwanzaa, man. Well, looting is one of the principles of Kwanzaa, man. Looting, man. You can't miss a good opportunity to loot, man. How you gonna miss a good opportunity to loot, man? Wow. Um, Damn. IG is a motherfucker. He's a Buffalo man said they should be ashamed. Yeah, man, that might be a good place to start, man. Buffalo, man. Get the show started off right. That might be a good place to start. Yeah, man. Salute to y'all, man. Salute to y'all, man. Let me Oh my God, yikes. Let me get started, man. Let me drop this link. He said, "What to do? Where's your Ice Cube hat?" Yeah, that joint upstairs, man. I was looking for it, man. I was kind of in a rush, man. I gotta get the Cube hat, man. Is this the part you take my heart and wipe your feet off? Let's see. Let me drop this link, man. Oh, salute to the late night crowd. Hit one if you got the day off tomorrow, man. Hit one if you got the day off. I want to know who got the day off tomorrow, man. I should do a poll, man. Yeah, we're gonna do a poll, man. Pause. We're gonna do a poll, man. I'm gonna um I'm gonna see who we're gonna see who got the day off tomorrow, man. Let me see. Let me see, man. Let me do this. Let me put this survey. Yeah, man. Um, who's Just Bree, man? Just Bree, the lovely Just Bree. What's up, man? Just Bree, are you there, Just Bree?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Just
Can you
Bree?
hear me?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
can you
hear
hear me?
you. What's up?
Oh, I just saw the title and I figured I'd call and go watch the show.
You
And I
breaking up bad though, Just Bree. You
I'm
breaking
sorry.
up. Come back up, Just Bree. Go off and come back up. Um, we want the lovely Just Bree, man. You gotta come back up so one of these players can get your number, man. One of these players can holler at you and get your number.
Hi, drop shippers. It's time to focus
How
on.
the fuck? Oh, uh-oh. Nah, we not doing that, son, man. No sir, son, man. No sir, son, man. We not doing that. No sir, son, man. We ain't doing that, son, man. Um, I see. Let's see what we gonna do, man. Where we gonna start off at, man? Buffalo. What do they call Buffalo? What do the black people call Buffalo? Murder flow, killer flow, kill buffalo, body buffalo. What do black people call Buffalo, man? Bafrica, Bafrica.
Only on 7 News this morning, an exclusive update from a family you may have heard about over the last couple of days. A 1-year-old baby who needs a ventilator to breathe, and his mother in home without power. His mom now turning to social media to ask for help. Emergency services in Erie County telling us they couldn't find the family, but there is a happy ending to this story. 7 News reporter Michael Schwartz speaking with the mother late last night.
We lost power at 11 o'clock in the morning, Friday.
12 hours later, Shahida Muhammad and Michael Brown say their son's ventilator stopped. They called 911, but no one was able to come during the blizzard. That's when Muhammad took to Facebook, pleading for help in posts that went viral. Erie County.
Wow. I haven't seen the story, man. What do you think? Who do you think came to the rescue, man?
White man.
You don't think no Sunman? You can't put out a call during a blizzard for.
Ain't no Sunman buying an Echo Flow power backup system for his house. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
All right, Act. If you had to power one 110-volt device in your house if your power went out, how would you do it?
One 10-volt device.
Just one. Yep. A regular plug into the wall. Yep.
Man, I'm a son, man. You already know I don't know how to do that. So why you even ask? Go ahead and tell me. I mean, you know I don't know that, man. Come on, man. How would you do it?
I would take one of my emergency power boxes that takes lithium-ion batteries and converts them to 110 voltage.
Oh.
Battery banks.
Oh, okay.
Portable battery banks. That's how you do this kind of thing. That's what they're made for.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to get one of those because when I was in Nashville, they had a storm and the power went out. And we went to the store to get one, and then the power came back on. So we ended up not getting it.
You need one for your sleep apnea machine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was getting it for.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely, man. That's crazy. I need to get one too. Now that I'm back here, man, because this weather's crazy up here in PA, man. Yeah, man.
I'll shoot you a couple links in the back chat for an affordable one that'll run your shit for a day or two.
Just email it to me, man. That's better.
All right, man.
Yeah,
all right.
Thank you, man.
County officials tell me emergency services went to the home on Saturday, but say no one was home and they couldn't get in contact with the family.
No one came to my house. I was sitting there literally crying, wishing someone would just knock on my door. Literally, I was looking, waiting.
Everybody was out there looting, so the police was strict. What police could get out had to go protect the businesses that your people were looting.
I was there. And if they said they knocked and no one was there, if they knew a mother and father and child were in there, they should have broke the door down.
Mayo, she said the police showed up and said nobody answered the door. She said if the police knew what the thing was about, they should have broke the door down, man.
Oh, depends on where they got their phone registered to. What address they got their phone registered to.
But the police should have broke her door down, man.
Oh, hell no. That would have been a whole nother story.
That would have went well, right?
Oh, yeah. That would have went over well.
We weren't in there. We needed help.
As the parents waited for any help, they manually gave 1-year-old Major breaths.
We did not sleep.
From Friday night until Sunday night.
This was something we had to do. It was not only me, but it was his father also. We were both begging, both and forth. When my hands got tired, he started. When his hands got tired,
how much do you think that champion jacket cost him, Ox?
How much I think that what?
That champion jacket he got on cost him.
The little kid?
No, the dad.
Let me see what he had. I missed it.
He's standing back.
Oh,
right
this
there.
right here. Oh yeah, that was expensive, man.
Oh yeah.
Champion, yeah.
He started. When his hands got tired, I started. We were not allowed to stop.
She says strangers who saw the post on Facebook traveled from Niagara Falls to rescue them.
They shoveled us out. They literally helped me carry my baby outside while I pumped him. I had to give him breast the whole way
A 10-minute car ride.
Why is she still bitching then? Why is this story not about how great those people were? And instead, why is she making the story about how the cops didn't, the cops didn't do XYZ, man. Cops should have, it's like, damn, man.
I pumped him. I had to give him rest the whole way.
A 10-minute car ride, and then the parents had no choice but to walk 15 minutes to Muhammad's mother's home, trekking through the snow, the freezing cold, carrying the ventilator, and of course Major, all while giving him life. How is your son doing right now? I think that's the biggest question.
He is doing amazing. His numbers are flawless. He is right here. He is breathing. His machine is on. And we are doing great. And you're a major blessing, That's how he got his name. He is a fighter.
Anything you want to say to the people of Buffalo, the thousands that were concerned for your son?
Yes, I do want to say thank you to everyone that shared.
He had to remind her, like, hey, anything you want to say to the thousands of people that did try to help?
Well, what doesn't make any sense is people came and dug him out. And those people didn't offer her a ride? They drove from Niagara Falls. That not seem a little odd?
Yeah.
They come and clear your driveway and your walkway out and then just leave? Something ain't adding up here.
It's bizarre, man.
Posts that were concerned about me, everyone who called 911 and advocate for me. I want to thank the city of Buffalo and the residents that were there that were concerned about me. I really appreciate you, and I hope you guys stay safe and have a Merry Christmas.
Michael Schwartz.
All right, man.
Everyone that called 911 and clogged up the system because they saw something on social media.
Yeah. This is look, man, I'm done, trying to figure out why they act that way, man.
It's always big white government is the only people that can help.
Yep.
God forbid they help themselves. They didn't think to ask at the doctor, hey, if the power goes out, what do we do?
In the middle of the snowstorm, help for those stranded was coming from all over the place. One woman who has a business on Transit Road spent the past few days taking in strangers, documenting the experience along the way. 7 News anchor Katie Morse telling us about this snow angel.
In case you want to know what it's like to live in Buffalo, my cousin just called me. He's stranded on Transit.
This is how Colleen McNamara's Christmas weekend started. The teacher in the North Tonawanda School District had gone to her business on Transit Road to make sure the building was okay during the storm. As the weather got worse, she realized she wouldn't be leaving. Then she got a call from her cousin.
He was stuck just down in the corner, so he walked here. And when he got here, we saw somebody out in the road in front of us stuck.
A postal worker on her way home who couldn't get any further. The trio spent the night at Colleen's business, a learning center for kids called Stutelage. The next morning on Christmas Eve, they hoped things would improve, but when they looked outside, another person was stuck on Transit. Eventually, he came inside too.
So we were just all hanging out, watching the Bills game. I found what I could, made some snacks, and then lo and behold, we look outside and we see more people stuck. He had 3 other people in his car, one person that he had found walking that he picked up.
By the end of the game, the group had grown, Colleen documenting the adventure on her Instagram.
All right, I'm now up to 7 people trying to figure out what to cook for dinner. I'm going to be making mac and cheese.
I took the food that I was going to make for our family Christmas Eve and made the best Christmas Eve dinner that I could. And we all sat around family style.
Because no one could leave, they all slept at Stutelage, which may have been more comfortable than other places.
You have a business for children, so one of the pluses is that you had, pillows and extra foam pieces hanging around?
I had so much stuff, and I have these little pieces of, it's almost like insulation that are covered in fabric that I use for cubbies in my classroom.
By Christmas Day, the group was able to dig out and go their separate ways, but not before having a Christmas they'll never forget.
Everybody was.
This is what's going on. This is what normal people do during crises. You know what I mean? What normal people do when the shit hits the fan, the proverbial fan, when life throws the entire community a curveball. This is what they do.
Was so nice, and it was pretty cool to create these friendships, and everybody here would just take the shirt off their back to help other people, which I love. That's why I love Buffalo.
She loves Buffalo, man. We gonna get into what some other type of people do in this place, but so far, man, look, good stories, man. Buffalo, New Yorkers, man, doing great things, man.
The national news is downplaying this major, and so is the Buffalo PD and city government.
Yeah, man.
Because like the police came out and said, well, yes, we've had 2 reports of looting.
2? That's it?
Yeah, that's all they claimed is they had 2 official reports of looting.
Just 2 reports? Wow. Wow.
Got like 2 square miles, maybe.
Let's see what else is going on up here, man.
One question we've been getting a lot about this storm is why wasn't the National Guard deployed sooner? Governor Hochul has hosted several news updates, so I took that question directly to her. So why wasn't the National Guard, obviously you had been discussing this for days, brought in before the storm started? Can you walk us through that process and why they weren't here?
Absolutely. And it's great to be able to armchair quarterback an historic storm, the likes of which no previous governor has ever had to deal with. So we'll happily say that as
excuses.
But,
right, man. Like, damn, man. Like, you telling me this is the worst storm in Buffalo history, real, or New York? She's the governor. This is the worst storm in the history of New York. I doubt it, man.
Didn't even cover half the state.
Right. This is crazy. Salute to my man Aaron, man, with the Cash App, man.
the National Guard was talked about in advance, but the most important thing we needed to do when you have a snowstorm coming is to know that you can get the snow off the roads, because the National Guard has to travel on those roads. We brought in an army of snow removal vehicles, high lifts, the plow drivers. We had hundreds of people pre-positioned, knowing that when the snow flies, that they'd be able to immediately start removing snow. Now, what was not foreseen, and again, no one is recognizing this if they're giving a fair assessment of what happened, it was a blinding snowstorm. I could have had 5,000 people all ready to come in, but it was challenging because once the snow starts, you can't even see. So we had people ready to be deployed. The National Guard takes a little bit of time to call up. They don't just show up when you click your fingers. But also we knew that we had to get the plows and the plow drivers in first so the roads could get cleared. And that was our first priority. The National Guard comes in to help when local governments aren't able to accomplish their jobs. You don't bring them in every minute. You bring them in to support the local recovery efforts, the medical search and rescue, and all those circumstances.
Is that true? Is that true?
Well, people think the National Guard is just going to show up. They're not ready for this. Just like nobody is ready for this. An infantry unit is not spending their time training and equipping for a snowstorm. You know what I mean? All they can really provide is generators and transportation and manpower. That's it.
Hey, Ike, but the gliders thrive in this weather, Ike. Have you seen them when it gets like this, walking around in shorts? They thrive in this weather.
Yeah, wouldn't that be the responsibility? Wouldn't it be the responsibility of the residents to prepare for something like this? Since they lived there for so long, they should know that something like this will come.
And the residents in the town itself.
Yeah.
even
I
then,
mean,
it's kind of hard to get ready for natural weather incidents, right?
yeah, I mean, I can understand people like if this has happened where I was at, man. I would be waiting for them to come, you know, clear up the streets for us. You expect that, but you expect the city to clear the streets. There's nothing wrong
Oh
with
yeah,
that.
that's normal municipal
Yeah,
responsibility stuff there.
But even if it knocks out like a power in the area, it's just not everybody's built for that,
right.
Well, adding to the misery of this historic storm, there are reports of people breaking into stores and stealing merchandise here in the city of Buffalo. Look at this video shared to us by the owner of Nickel City Liquor. It's on Niagara Street. We're told 13 bottles were stolen, others smashed, along with a door and window. It's a situation that local law enforcement is taking very seriously at a time when they need to focus on the recovery effort. Our Hannah Buehler live in the newsroom tonight with more on this piece of the story. Hannah.
Well, Jeff, Buffalo police are aware of reports of break-ins, and they say they've made several arrests. But people who need help the most say this isn't helping them in their time of need.
We're making the strides in the efforts to save lives, while at the same time, they're subtracting from our efforts.
Pastor Al Robinson of Truth Urban Ministry in Lovejoy has been working tirelessly to save lives in his community since the storm first arrived on Friday. Their church, one of the only places with power for hundreds who they've worked to save, rescuing people on snowmobiles and by other means.
We started extracting people from houses on Saturday that were stuck in their homes that they wouldn't have made it.
At one point, 130 people were together inside the church, including babies as young as 9 months old.
The reason why we have a baby shortage right now is because they single-handedly stole it all out of the Family Dollars and the Dollar Generals, and they're just stealing it, and they're boasting about it online.
Pastor Robinson.
They're just stealing and they're boasting about it online. Yeah,
Oh, come
man.
on, Ock. Come on, Ock. They were just stealing what they needed, like them 13 bottles of booze.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to him for
Just stealing it, and they're
calling it out.
Yeah, he's not very popular up there, man. He ain't minding his business, man.
I mean, he's doing something right.
He hot. He a snitch.
About it online.
Pastor Robinson says because of widespread break-ins throughout the storm, what is typically a food desert, East Buffalo, is now even worse. The
Food desert. I wonder why.
Everywhere you look, literally everywhere you look, it's a food desert. I wonder why.
Jeez, these people got it so rough, man.
places
No,
they
see, I think
depend
the
on
guys
to get
better give
essential
some
goods
food.
for
Yeah,
their
same
community, like Family Dollar, ravaged.
These people, I just don't understand why they just don't care about their neighbor.
The number of people
just don't understand why they don't care.
How long you been a pastor in that community, man,
that's what-
and you don't understand?
That's what I was thinking. You're a pastor. You should know. You should know what's at the heart of that.
Yeah, well, what? All right, what do you think he? Let's say he knows that he's lying. What do you think he thinks is at the heart of that?
I think he thinks it's DNA.
You're right. Yo, he definitely think it's the white something dealing with the way the white man tricked him how to think and trained him, and white slavery made him act like this. I promise you, it's something like that. It ain't got shit to do with nothing. The people in the community, it's all about something else.
Understand why they just don't care about their neighbor.
the number of people that I found breaking in stores. I mean, I hear Save-A-Lot say they're not even going to open up again. So here's another store on the east side.
Save-A-Lot's not going to open up again. So Save-A-Lot's gone.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, half them Family Dollars ain't coming back, man.
Wow.
It's too. It would take them. They don't make that as much as they lost out of that store in profit in a year.
Exactly. That's one thing that a lot of black folk don't understand. They're operating at a loss just coming to your neighborhood. They're out, so like this is just they can't survive this. Because they're basically doing the black community. A lot of times these companies are doing the black community a favor. You know what I'm saying? It's
It
like
feels that way. It really does feel that way.
Well, no, it's
They're
tax
working
breaks.
at a loss as it is, let alone this shit.
But it's tax breaks, right? So they get these businesses get tax breaks for going into these what do you call it? These
Disadvantaged areas.
Disadvantaged areas.
Yeah.
So you get tax breaks for that. So like it is an incentive for the company, but still it's hell because you're gonna get racism sued. You're gonna filed against you. You're gonna have a lot of stealing. Your
Crime, like violent crime, and your employees are in danger.
Yeah, so it's not even worth the juice. Ain't worth the squeeze.
Right. It's not going to open.
Buffalo police say they're aware of multiple reports of break-ins and are working to control the situation.
Looting, when people are losing their lives in this harsh winter storm, is just absolutely reprehensible.
Buffalo Mayor Byron Brown with strong words for those who may be trying to take advantage of the storm when life-saving efforts are still underway.
They're not looting foods and medicines. They're just looting items that they want. So these aren't even people in distress. These are people.
Yo, he calling them out.
So what's he trying to say? Damn.
Good on him. Good on Byron, man. Good on Byron.
He's calling it what it is, man. These aren't even people in distress.
Hey, what's that word out? He's cooning right now, chick.
Yeah, he's cooning heavy. Like he is heavily cooning.
Well, coons are smart. Remember that.
Wait.
They're not looting foods and medicines. They're just looting items that they want. So these aren't even people in distress. These are people that are taking advantage of a natural disaster and the suffering of many in our community to take what they want from retailers, also potentially putting those services at risk in the communities where they are looting.
For Pastor Robinson, it's all about trying to help thy neighbor.
What's up, guys, man? What y'all think about this, man?
Reminds me of Katrina.
Yeah. If the looters would have all showed up with a snow shovel, them roads would be clear, but no, that ain't gonna happen.
Well, I wouldn't call them looters. I think we should just call them thieves and keep it moving.
Now let's call them targets.
Yeah, that's what they. Well, those Arab guys were shooting at them.
Let's call them moving targets. Let's do some
They ain't
urban
hitting
ski
nothing,
shooting.
though.
Really?
It just it warms my heart that every time there's a huge disaster, the Sunman comes out in droves to really help the community. I can't even finish that one.
Yo, if those Sunmen were shooting at them, they should be prosecuted. They can't do
I
that.
know. They can't.
I know. They got insurance.
In the state of New York, I guarantee that they're going to go after them.
No, they should be prosecuted for missing.
I hope so.
It's their responsibility to bag a few of them.
Yeah, they should be charged for missing them.
They're lucky they missed.
Yeah, they are, and they may have been just shooting in the air. They may have literally just been shooting.
Can you imagine what these people would have done to these men for protecting their fucking livelihood?
Shooting the air is a waste of ammo.
It's not. It's not worth it, man. I think you guys gotta understand. Like, if they shoot somebody that's just trying to get some food during a crisis and their families starving kids and
right,
the media, the whole narrative would change if they shot somebody.
Yeah, even I would go protest.
Yeah.
I'd go to Hobby Lobby right now.
Oh yeah, Hobby Lobby. They got some nice stuff, man.
Get my shit ready. My
I would go to Five Below, man. I ain't even gonna lie. I would loot the shit out of Five Below. Get all that fucking earpieces and shit, goddamn chargers and shit. I would loot the fuck. I ain't gonna lie.
We actually have to commission people from Rochester to drive to Buffalo to drop off cases of this stuff because in Buffalo on the east side, these places were looted and the stuff was stolen from them.
We have to do better when these kind of crises take place in our city. It's not an opportunity to get stuff free.
This Save-A-Lot on Genesee Street in Buffalo says it will be closed for 2 to 3 weeks while it assesses damage done by break-ins to the store.
Now, this should not deter from the thousands of good neighbors who have been doing everything they can to help save people during the storm. But people who live in the areas hit hardest by the stealing tells me it needs to stop. Jeff?
Well, we're going to get back to.
Okay, so we got a little bit of truth out there in Buffalo, man.
That's actually surprising.
Yeah, that was absolutely amazing. Salute to everybody. We got 341 here, 81 on Rumble, man. Make sure y'all support the channel. Hit the PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat. This is y'all ain't gotta go to work. Let me see who got to go to work tomorrow. Let me see the poll, man. Okay, half of y'all gotta go to work, man. And half of y'all don't. So half of y'all that don't gotta go to work, man, y'all gonna be here for a while enjoying the entertainment tonight, man. Make sure you support the channel. And then those of you who do gotta go to work, man, y'all might not be able to turn the show off, man. So you're gonna be tired in the morning, man. But that's not my fault. You gotta show restraint, man. Just turn it off.
They're gonna be on POC time.
Yeah, turn the show off, man. Go to sleep, man. Don't try to blame me when you tired in the morning. Those of y'all that gotta go to work.
Well, some people gonna be late anyway. They ain't even tripping.
Yeah. I ain't making you stay here, man. I'm telling you now, man. Go to bed, man. Get some rest, man. Get you some rest, man. Don't do not be cussing me out in the morning.
Don't be in that POS time.
I was smart. I took a nap before I came on the show.
Yeah, that's what you do, man. You gotta take a nap before you come through, man.
That's Ike Nation 101 right there.
Yeah, man.
Only person allowed to take a nap on here is Ak.
Yeah, man. That's true, man. I fell asleep. I only did that once, didn't I? I've only done that once, I think.
Once that I recall.
Once or twice. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, man. I be tired, man. I mean, this is hard work, man. I mean, shit, man. Videos during the day, man.
Yeah, no.
Then this at night, then my daughter.
You one of the hardest working sun man there is.
Yeah, man. I'm the hardest working son, man. Yeah, I'm a unicorn, man. Let's see. What else is? I don't see anybody talking about the looting, man, on the other Buffalo channel.
Yo, I'd be impressed if there was like a mass shooting in Buffalo right now. Wouldn't that be impressive?
I mean, listen, man.
Just look anywhere else in Blackistan. You already got it.
But
don't
like in the middle
past
of
them, though. Don't put it past them, man.
That would be impressive. Gee, I'm not gonna lie to you.
I would listen, man. I would not put it past them.
Remember, the night is young.
Meanwhile, some people have resorted to looting, either out of desperation or opportunity. And the law enforcement community here in Western New York tells me the vast majority are people just using the storm as an excuse to steal. Most of these have been
that's
focused in the city
100%,
of Buffalo.
man.
Erie County DA John Flynn tells me no one has been arrested on the charge of looting yet.
Can you believe that? Not one person. So them people we saw in the video the other day, maybe they let them go.
AKA there was no gliders looting because you would have caught them up real quick.
Right. If it was gliders looting, this shit would be on CNN right now.
January 6th.
Yeah, exactly. This is you gliders. Yeah, maybe that's what we need, man. Why don't some of you gliders take the fall, man? Take one for the team and go out here and loot just so we can get some.
Yeah, we need
down
some.
Here.
Yeah, we need some sacrificial gliders in the mix, man. You know what I mean?
Well, there's
so
plenty
some
of
red
us.
meat.
There's plenty waiting to line up to go to the slaughter, no doubt.
Every day.
I mean, what's the worst that's gonna happen? You're gonna be locked up with a bunch of sunmen for a couple of.
Well, isn't it bad enough they offer up their kids? They offer up their kids to go to school in Philly at Temple.
God. Yeah.
I mean, isn't that enough sacrifice
for the at the temple? At the temple for your brother?
Only more sacrifice you could do is sacrifice them to the volcano.
Man, they might as well at this rate.
Might be safer.
It hurt a lot less.
Because the charge requires police to observe people stealing, and most times people are gone before officers arrive because they're responding to bigger emergencies. The video you're seeing right here is from Frank's Red Hots. This was video that was sent in to us from the owner.
Nah, I think it's a whole son, man.
Law enforcement, because of scenes like these all across social media, we're seeing it, you're seeing it, they are frustrated. But that will be changing soon, according to Flynn, as Buffalo police officers are starting to resume more normal road patrols. Flynn echoed Mayor Byron Brown's comments from Monday afternoon that the vast majority of the people committing these crimes are the worst of the worst.
That people who are out,
Man, I thought he was going to say something else.
Losing their lives in this harsh winter storm is just absolutely reprehensible. I don't know how these people can even live with themselves, how they can look at themselves in the mirror. They are the lowest of the low. And from some of the pictures that we've seen in social media of these looters, they're not looting foods and medicines. They're just looting items that they want. So these aren't even people in distress. These are people that are taking advantage of a natural disaster and the suffering of many in our community to take what they want from retailers, also potentially putting those services at risk in the communities where they are looting.
In addition to more.
It's funny how they react like this isn't the reaction of some people everywhere, that there's a major natural disaster. Like this isn't playbook material here.
And this is 3 days of a snowstorm.
Right, like this isn't even a disaster.
Imagine an
It doesn't have to
actual
be a
disaster. But
No,
imagine,
it just has to be an event.
It doesn't have to be a disaster.
Don't
It just
matter.
has to be a momentary lapse in civil society. That's
No,
all it has
but
to be.
May was right.
That's it.
Like, imagine a legit disaster act with how some people will
Oh,
react.
yeah, Mad Max.
imagine that 1 in 100-year earthquake hits Memphis.
Oh shit, like a Haiti type earthquake.
Can you imagine the fucking roving mobs that would be headed out of that town
in short order,
like locusts?
Yeah, it'll make Mad Max look like Iceland, Doc.
Yo, listen, man. if there was a real legit look at the pandemic, right? The pandemic, what happened? We used the mask mandate as an excuse to, wear masks and terrorize people. We used the PPP loans that was for businesses to recover. We like literally legit stole billions of dollars.
Yeah, but in Atlanta during the BLM riots, they while the little college kids was down by the CNN Center, all the real goons and goblins shot up the Lenox and started shooting videos and riding cars through the mall. It got real crazy. It wasn't nobody. It was hilarious.
The thing is, all that was facilitated by pasty white liberals. They greased the skids for all that stuff to happen so easily.
Well, shit. Hurricane Katrina hit in 2005, and this exact same thing happened. So this will happen regardless of the. But I don't. You're not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, like you can't like if you blame the liberals, just saying that like if the liberals weren't around, they would be like fucking forming their own like the Cajun Navy, like the Sunman Navy to go help people out in the floods or some shit. They wouldn't be doing that.
There are plenty of Sunmen in this Cajun Navy, but 100% of the people out there jacking after a catastrophe are Sunmen. That's the problem.
It's not fair. I think we all know it's actually the media portraying the Sun people as like the villains or some shit. I don't know.
No, but when I say they grease the skids, they set up policies and programs to allow this stuff to happen, and basically discourage anyone from doing anything about it. Like if like in certain areas where you don't have pasty white liberals running shit, you'd have people just going, you loot, we shoot. You start breaking into places, you're getting ventilated, and that's civil society.
Right. Who do you think changed the law in Buffalo to make it so that the cops had to observe you looting to charge you with it?
No, they should shoot them.
Well, yeah, but the law there is that the cops have to actually see you breaking into somebody's house and jacking stuff in order for there to be looting going on.
Here goes the town over, man. The town over, Rochester. not like like kind of like Baltimore and DC, or like in New York and New Jersey, or Baton Rouge and New Orleans. This is a town very close by, very, very close, maybe even closer than those, to Buffalo.
Tonight, we're learning more about the shooting death of Rochester police officer Anthony Mazurkowitz.
Investigators say Mazurkowitz's death followed a fatal triple shooting the day prior, drive-by shootings, and police raids at suspected drug houses in Rochester. Christian Garzone is outside the public safety building with more on this turf war and how it's connected to the veteran officer's murder. Christian.
Well, Adam, Teresa, an informant worked with federal agents on all of this and illustrated a war between the Bloods and the Crips, national gangs right here in Rochester, all linked to a local man who headed a drug ring named Brandon Washington, which led to another man, Kelvin Vickers, taking the life of Officer Tony Mazurkowitz in July. According to the affidavit, an informant told police about a feud between Brandon Washington, a member of the Crips gang, and another man who was a member of a rival gang, the Bloods. Police.
They got Crips and Bloods in fucking Rochester. Salute, Miss Milf Mandy. This shit is, I mean, this is a poison, and black people celebrate this shit.
Between Brandon Washington, a member of the Crips gang, and another man who was a member of a rival gang, the Bloods. Police say Washington called members of the Crips and other gangs to Rochester to lash out at local Bloods members. Over the summer, Rochester police began an investigation into a large marijuana network allegedly run by Washington. Throughout June and July, police say those in the network were responsible for multiple shootings. As a result, search warrants were executed. On July 20th, 3 suspects fired over 40 shots at a group of people on North Clinton Avenue, killing 2 people. The next day, one of the vehicles from that shooting was spotted on Laser Street. Officers Mazurkowitz and Sang, parked in an unmarked van, were a part of a surveillance detail. Kelvin Vickers opened fire on the van, shooting both Mazurkowitz and Sang. Mazurkowitz died at Strong Hospital.
Look at the 2 days. Look what this one group did in 2 fucking days in broad daylight. This ain't like the mob tying somebody up, dragging them out in the fucking Pocono Mountains and burying them in the fucking woods or some shit. This is broad daylight.
Result, search warrants
how
were
can this
executed.
be?
On July 20th, 3 suspects fired over 40 shots at a group of people on North Clinton Avenue, killing 2 people. The next day, one of the vehicles from that shooting was spotted on Laser Street. Officers Mazurkowitz and Sang, parked in an unmarked van, were a part of a surveillance detail. Kelvin Vickers opened fire on the van, shooting both Mazurkowitz and Sang. Mazurkowitz died at Strong Hospital.
Hey, how could this be? Marijuana's legal in New York. Wasn't all this shit supposed to stop when they legalized marijuana?
That is a hell of a point. This was legalizing marijuana was supposed to completely. It was supposed to do 2 things. The main thing was it's supposed to lower the prison population of black males because the majority of black men were in jail for minor marijuana offenses. Let them tell it. That was the initial. That was the original. The primary thing that was supposed to change. But then this was also supposed to change too. I wish I had that clip. I gotta have that clip of that lady.
That's a great clip. I was thinking about it.
That clip is cool.
And she believes that.
One of the stupidest things ever put on this channel. Yeah, stupidest sentences ever uttered.
Yeah, she believes it. It's almost as bad as Michelle Obama's.
Up there with that for sure. Just demonstrating your utter ignorance of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the thing has value, right? So if it has value, some people will kill you for it, regardless of whether it's illegal.
I mean, period.
Yeah.
Right. I know a son man who got shot over way less than that recently.
Yeah, man. This shit
Like
is
that's just a thing. Like it's got, like you say, it's got value. Some man need that. That's just what it's gonna be.
True.
This
That's
shit would
crazy.
happen over chicken wings.
Facts. It already happens over chicken
Yeah,
sandwiches.
man.
Exactly. That was over
Listen,
chicken
man.
nuggets, man.
Why do you think,
Chicken
fast food violence is
Chicken nugget
exclusively
sauce,
Sunny? I mean, find me
It
a
happens
Sun
with
shooter.
chicken nugget sauce.
Yeah, this is well,
Yeah,
I've seen
fried
them
sauce or
destroy
something like that.
I've seen them destroy the store over that. I don't know if they've killed. They may have killed. No, it happened over mayonnaise. The kill, yeah, at a Subway. Remember in Atlanta, killed. Yeah, these things.
I just watched that video again recently, the one you did on that out.
Yeah, this is it's just it can happen over any kind of condiment, man. Condiments do cause a lot of problems, man. We gotta ban condiments.
If a Sunman got a sandwich that's got the wrong shit on it in the shop you're in, you gotta get out too. They even ask him to leave.
Yeah, man.
Yo, if you're serving one of these like fucking Sunmen, it's a lot of pressure.
He starts shouting about that, get the hell out.
Right.
So it goes FEMA pork chops, end moments, and condiments.
Yeah,
Those
it's
are the
gotta
top
be.
4.
It's gotta be, dude. Literally,
man.
Salt. Now the next week we'll hear is over a salt packet. Or
Yo, we gotta ban salt packets.
Napkins. Napkins, man. But I promise you, hear it over napkins one.
Oh, I guarantee that the forgotten straw has ended people's lives.
Yo, I just want to see another group do it though. I want to see another group do some shit like that for like the condiment, you know?
Yeah.
Like I get bugging out, being angry, whatever, but shoot up the place for a fucking ketchup.
What is it, Rashad Ritchie? He'll have that one clip out of 100,000
Right.
of a glider.
The white privilege. Yeah, he'll fucking shed a tear.
Yeah, it's literally no. There's no end to this stuff. Like there's nothing that can be done. There are no solutions.
Berkowitz died at Strong Hospital. They were helping to unravel a ruthless network of individuals involved in murders, shootings, and arsons, all which revolved around illegal marijuana sales. Investigators say 18 people were arrested as a result of this investigation, with 10 facing federal charges. Vickers specifically was charged with aggravated murder, murder in the second degree, and 2 counts of criminal possession of a weapon in connection with the shooting of Mazurkowitz. And police say 22 firearms were seized in all this, and nearly 140 pounds of pot as well during various searches throughout this investigation. Live in Rochester, Christian Garzone, News 8. Adam, Teresa, right back to you in the studio.
All right, Christian, thank you. To read the full affidavit, our web team put together a comprehensive article on everything related to this and the death of Officer Mazurkowitz. It's all on rochesterfirst.com.
Y'all think that sunmen kill officers more than officers kill sunmen?
Oh,
absolutely.
I think that
I really get that impression.
More likely. I read some status 18% more likely. I don't know if that means that it happens more, but more likely. Like an officer is 18 times more likely to be killed by a sunman than a sunman is to be killed by an officer.
That sounds right.
Damn.
I would say 18 to 1.
No reason
I think it's way higher percent. I think it's ridiculous.
Be higher than that.
Yeah, I mean it's a rough thing, man, being a cop in the Sun community because they don't shoot sunmen a lot, and then they get like they shoot sunmen half as much as they shoot white guys, or with infinitely more interactions with sunmen. So we can't even quantify how many exponentially more.
It's impossible.
Well, the Sun Team rapper shot a police officer in New York, and they let him out.
Yeah, it's just
like
it's very hard.
Just whatever.
It's very hard.
They can do whatever.
They're not shooting sunmen as much as the fact that 13 to 15 unarmed sunmen get shot every year is a fucking miracle. It's the most impressive thing in the world. There's no more. You have literally 18,000 police departments in the United States. 18,000 and 13 to 15 unarmed gunmen get shot every year. That is the most impressive thing on the planet. There's nothing more impressive than that.
Nah. Salute to any pigs listening right now. My respects to you. Salute.
Yeah, shout out to the race shoulders, man. Shouldering America.
Jokes aside, man, salute to them because you're not wrong, Chief.
That is such an impressive stat, and they have people marching in the streets and fucking being defunded because of that. It's bizarro world, man.
And that's just being shot, let alone being like attacked. You know?
Yeah, you can't make this shit up.
Getting hurt by these dudes.
Look at what they do on the regular. Just look at what they're doing in Buffalo right now. Just during that storm, look what they do think about 365 days a year in every fucking city. 24 hours a day.
A storm that was so bad they were out walking in it.
Yeah.
Man accused of a deadly New York City crime spree is now under arrest. The NYPD says he's responsible for killing a doctor and another man and attacking 3 others in a bar. The incident's all happening within the last several days. CBS 2's Zinnia Maldonado has the breakdown on the investigation.
And what the NYPD calls a random attack, a 60-year-old pediatrician, Bruce Maurice Henry, was found dead inside Marcus Garvey Park the day before Christmas Eve.
This is the park I was at when I went to New York. Me and my wife went to this park, and when I say this is a seedy park, I remember this view. This is exactly where we came in at. seedy doesn't say the word. I'm talking about we were there maybe 11 o'clock in the fucking morning. And it was fucking people nodding off, crackhead couples arguing at fucking like 150 decibels. It was fucking just very, very seedy place, man.
What about the dope boys, Ike?
Nah, I ain't seen no dope boys. We was up there 11 o'clock in the morning, but it's just the people.
Yeah, I think I speak for the community when I say you should avoid places like this.
Yeah.
Marcus Garvey in the name.
Yeah, man. We kind of like you, man. We don't want to
like you to stay alive.
No, but this is the thing. When I'm a son man too, so it's like I'm a son man, so it's like I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I'm with my wife and my daughter, and we wanted to take her to the playground and shit, you know, to have fun, you know what I'm saying, so she could play on the playground. We weren't thinking about it like that, but as you know what I'm saying, you get there, and immediately I was thinking about it like that when we got there. I was slipping though, but immediately upon entering, I was like, oh yeah, this is not the place where you take your kid to play at the playground.
Inside Marcus Garvey Park the day before Christmas Eve at 2 a.m. Police say 35-year-old Roland Codrington of Manhattan was walking through the park to cool off after assaulting 3 people nearby when he got...
That ain't not the most stunning thing to do.
Did you see what they said? He was walking through the park to cool off. They humanized him. He was just trying to cool off after he assaulted 3 people. Oh my God.
Marcus Garvey Park the day before Christmas Eve at 2 a.m. Police say 35-year-old Roland Codrington of Manhattan was walking through the park to cool off after assaulting 3 people nearby when he got into an argument with the doctor, allegedly stabbing him in the back, torso, eye, and hands.
Early on,
damn,
Christ.
On December 24th, detectives were able to track down our decedent's auto, a black Mercedes-Benz. It was in the vicinity of the park.
Police found Codrington driving the victim's Mercedes-Benz the next night in the Bronx, arresting him not only for 1 murder, but 2, as well as multiple assaults.
Further investigation.
Damn.
Man, he had a long day of beating people up and killing them.
I for sure
Man, that's like the Santa of pain.
He was just trying to cool off from assaulting 2 other people.
I can't get over the cool off. I can't get over the cool
Me
off.
neither.
I can't get past cool off.
Can't get past
Like
it
what?
either.
Like that's just it's absorbing my mind. Like
But
wait a
after 2
second,
murders, you gotta cool out, bro.
Yeah, that's some wild world shit.
yo, like he re-energizing like a video game. Like let me just rest. All right, back at it.
Yeah, he had to get his heart back
Damn.
out.
Let me take it out there. Let me
Yeah,
take it out there.
get your stamina back up, you know.
Yeah, like what are we doing?
Salute to my man
Cool
Bike.
off.
Bike 123. Salute to you, man. Salute to MILF Mandy for becoming a member of the channel, man. Salute. Yeah, man. It's just strange that they would humanize him like that. Like he just was cool. No, don't say that about this guy. That he was cooling off. Like, well, he was cooling off, and then this fucking doctor got in his business and started arguing with him. He had to stab him. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, this guy wasn't cooling off. This guy was on a rampage.
Revealed that this person was involved in a violent spree beginning December 19th and ending December 23rd.
Police say around 11 p.m. December 22nd, a few hours before the doctor's murder, Codrington entered Teddy's Bar and Grill along 2nd Avenue with a pit bull and a baseball bat, where he allegedly...
Yeah, he got the sun loadout too.
With a baseball bat.
Wait. That's not real. That's not real.
There he is right there, man.
Oh my God. Yo.
Talk about CD, right?
And it sounds like he's with a female.
Might as well be.
They made it a family
Female
affair.
with perp, yeah.
They made it a family affair.
He's with a pit bull and a fucking baseball bat.
Mercy.
Yikes.
few hours before the doctor's murder, Codrington entered Teddy's Bar and Grill along 2nd Avenue with a pit bull and a baseball bat, where he allegedly choked a 29-year-old woman who was working behind the bar. When 2 men tried to intervene, police say he stabbed one in the chest, the other in the back.
All suffered not.
Yo, hold on, man. Yo. Whoa.
Shit, man.
Sun man with a baseball bat and a pit bull on a leash. The only possible way that could be more dangerous if he had a gun.
And AIDS.
He probably did have a gun though.
Probably.
Listen, there's no way he didn't have a gun. It doesn't happen without a gun.
Stabbed one in the chest, the other in the back.
All suffered non-life-threatening injuries. During the investigation, it was determined that the perpetrator had a previous dispute in the bar approximately a week ago because he felt disrespected by the employees.
And 3 days.
Yeah, man. That'll
They
get
told
it,
him
man.
to leave.
Yeah, Sun Man ain't forget nothing, man. We don't forget shit. That leads to a lot of problems in the community too. I mean, we'll forget like important shit, but shit like that, like disrespect, never forget, man. It's always up.
I gotta give it to him for planning before he went back, though.
I mean, he leaned on her for a week. That's new. That's not normal.
Yeah.
Normally, it's immediate
And
reaction.
he prepped up for the attack with the pit bull and the baseball bat.
But
and
how
the
do you
knife.
know he leaned on her? How do you know he just like he it wasn't, I don't think it was orchestrated. I think he had other things, like he probably had other beefs and other scores he was settling. It wasn't like he was just, that was just, you know, the time you had to go there. I
The
think,
doctor probably stepped on his shoe earlier.
I think
Yeah,
most
something.
times they,
Yeah.
He was trying to close all. He was trying to close all accounts before 2023 got around.
yeah,
Oh yeah, settle his
exactly.
business.
They handle getting put out of a place rather immediately. You know
What's that
what I'm
line
saying?
from Old Lang Syne? Let old acquaintance be forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. No.
We don't play that, man.
Days before, on December 19th, a 51-year-old man was found dead just after 1 a.m. outside of 214 Avenue A, where a small memorial now stands. Police say Codrington was caught on camera stabbing the man in the neck and believe this attack was also random.
Video outside captures our victim walking southbound on Avenue A. A male approached him, engaged in a dispute for approximately 20 seconds, then pulls out a knife and slashes our victim across the neck.
And
So that's not the doctor. We ain't got
Police
the
say
doctor.
because they believe these 2 murders were random, they're now looking into other stabbings that have taken place throughout the city to see if there are any possible connections.
Man,
I still can't get past the cool off part.
Tell it. What's happening?
Like, what is going on? Why?
That might be the line of the year, CBS New York.
I mean, straight up.
Like this guy has like the self-awareness to like take care of his own mental state, you know? Like he needs to just take it all in.
Had to get it together, regroup.
Right.
Get back to nature, you know, watch the squirrels
Gotta
play,
have a work-life balance.
feed
you
some
know?
pigeons, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. That it's assassinated with first win right now, Chief.
Yeah, definitely, man. Listen, some people we're gonna be all right, man, because we could deal with living like mud hut on the savannah. You know what I'm saying? Get chased home by hyenas and shit. But gliders, y'all are fucked.
Straight up. You understand? Some people can watch all these videos and not feel nothing. Like, oh yeah. For real shit. It's not even like a thing. And I'm not talking about gangsters. I'm talking about just regular.
Yeah, mom.
Yeah. Like they just be like, oh, word, yeah, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
My mother would watch this and say, "Oh, well, you know, he didn't have enough
straight up
opportunities." My mother,
straight up,
phased by this, man. I ain't even lie, man.
So like, how do we can't compete with that? We can't address that.
My mom wouldn't mention a victim one time. Like a victim wouldn't get a word. Like, and I'm not trying to say my mom's a wonderful woman, but she would never mention a victim's plight or what a victim may have gone
trauma.
through. It would be all about the guy who, you know what I'm saying, who the thug and shit.
What about the doctor, man? Right?
She would
listen. He just part of the story. That's just, you know, it's not. I'm telling you, it's different.
He's a part of that story.
Yeah, it's just an NPC. They're just NPCs. The victims are just NPCs.
Yeah, straight up, real shit. That's the best way to describe it. That's all they are.
Serious.
Yeah.
That is odd, Chief. I don't understand that.
Man is dead after.
Yeah, I mean,
but it's real shit, though. I promise you.
But how does that make sense?
But it's how you deal with it, because it's become this common. There's no other way to deal with it other than to just not care anymore.
No, but
see, this is the first time y'all are understanding. See, the Sun Man has always been willing to kill the other Sun Man. That's why it's always been Wild Wild West. So Sun Man ain't tripping about this. It's just now it's new to y'all. It's just way bigger now. So you know what I mean? You got to get with it and go home.
This type of crime, when gliders do it, they take it to a foreign place in conquest. Like they go to conquest, they go to colonize, they take it to a foreign place.
Yeah, when we're shooting up infants, we're doing it in like Iraq.
Yeah, this right here, and within the framework of where your kids live, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a Sun Man.
That's crazy. Listen, I moved mine away from. Listen, my teenage daughter wants me to move back to the Sunland. I'm like, hey, little girl, you listen. You just keep watching rap videos and deal with these laptops and these gliders and
Which
Asians
Sunland, if you don't mind me asking specifically?
Oh, listen, man, I used to live in Decatur, Georgia. I'm talking about in the trenches, brother. I'm from the east side of Atlanta, dog. Like, listen,
she wants to go back to
no idea. Yeah, I just live way up north.
Oh yeah, Atlanta's Wakanda for these kids, man.
Listen, because it was
center of Southern black culture.
Different. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's different. I'm from here. I was like, I know what's going on. It's insanity, and I'm telling you, I know how I grew up here. So I know how like the educated some. You got to realize Atlanta is not like Atlanta's a different kind of place because you have every kind of Sun Man getting it. Like it's not so it doesn't. It's different. It's a different kind of energy. You know what I mean? You feel different. Like no. Listen, if you think that Sun Men don't give a fuck about gliders anywhere else, I'm telling you, if you're from Atlanta, you don't give a fuck about humans outside of it. Like you feel like it makes you feel a certain type of way. These motherfuckers don't give a fuck, man. Listen, look at the rap. We run rap. We run black culture. It's insane out here.
So
And
let me ask you this: your daughter, right? What do you tell her, and how does she respond to it? That's kind of tough.
Oh, I tell her. I tell her straight up. You ain't about that shit. You don't know nothing about that shit. And I can show you where you be afraid to go, and I can go there and be comfortable as a motherfucker.
How old is she?
You know what I mean? She's a teenager. So like when she was a baby, she lived out there because I was young when I first. I wasn't that young, but shit, I was in my mid-20s. Shit, I'm a son man. I was out here. It's different. You know what I mean? So I get it. That's why I was like, get the fuck. Are you insane? Like even like it's a different energy. Like in the Sun community, bro. You like where I live now, motherfuckers get mad at each other and honk the horn and lay on the horn. In the Sun community, that's an invitation to violence. You can't just lay on the horn. What? Yeah.
Laying on the horn.
Gliders nowadays.
I'm around gliders and umbritos and crouching tigers and shit. It's lovely.
Nice, man. Good luck to you, brother. Interesting.
Yeah, man. I mean, I still got a spot down there in that, but I don't take my kids. Listen, my daughter thinks it's just like they watch. I'm telling you, it's media. They think they can glorify that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They look like superheroes to these kids. Yeah, that's the fucking problem. You know what I mean? Like they really make these motherfuckers look like superheroes, and then they lock these motherfuckers in the house for 2 years and made them watch drill videos with a bunch of idiots. Look at how that's turning out. You know,
let's see what's going on down here in New Orleans, man. Oh yeah, our friend, man, the rapper. I mean, comedian, man. Let's see what.
I used to go to this Rouse's all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the most glidery area you can imagine in New Orleans for the most part. I mean, it's very, well-to-do.
And he was over there in some sun and got killed.
Yeah, it laid out in the parking lot in the middle of the city.
A second person of interest has been named in the New Orleans murder of local comedian Brandon Montrell, known by a stage name of Boogie B. He was shot and killed Friday outside the Rouse's grocery store in the Warehouse District. Police found him in his car and don't believe he was the intended target. Now, police want to talk to these two people, Ricky Cowart and Dominique Smith. They are not suspects, but investigators say they might have some information related to the shooting. Now, these two people seen on security camera are considered to be suspects.
Well, these two people ain't telling. These two people ain't telling you shit. You ain't getting no information on these two people, especially because even if these two people get arrested, they'll be out the next day. So why would these two people give you any information? It doesn't make any sense for them, man, to give you any information, man. I can't knock them for the silence they're going to give you when the police do track them down.
Now, they won't get somebody telling on this until these people get caught doing something else and they offer it for a plea deal.
Yeah.
Now, these two people seen on security camera are considered to be suspects. The NOPD believes they're responsible for the shooting. If you know who they are, you can call Crime Stoppers, and remember, police say they should be considered armed and dangerous.
Was that guy wearing a baby carrier on his front? The guy in the gray?
No, I think he.
Or is that just the Sunman backwards
backpack?
It's a
purse. They wear purses now.
Okay,
that's what they keep. If you see a Sunman with the little side book bag purse thing, he's got a gun. Almost 90% of the time. That's like basically like a telltale now. It's like that's like an advertisement for being strapped. So damn. Unfortunately, man, Boogie B dead, man. Let's see what else going on. Oh, okay.
All morning, we have been piecing together what led up to this tragedy. Leah McNeil takes us through what we've found out so far.
The scene has since been cleared in the 2000 block of St. Marie Street here in the lower 9th Ward, but the NOPD is just beginning their investigation into a shooting that left 2 people dead and 4 others injured. We now know that 6 teenagers were among the victims. The 2 of them dead were 2 19-year-olds, a male and a female. 2 18-year-old males, 1 18-year-old female, and 1 17-year-old girl were all injured in this shooting. We're told they have since been transported to a local hospital, but as of right now, we do not know the extent of their injuries. Police say that initial call came in at 12:38 this morning. Since then, they have been working to identify a suspect or suspects with this shooting. I did speak to some people here on scene, and they tell me that there was a party that actually happened here last night, but they do not know what actually sparked this shooting. Police themselves are still trying to figure that out. Nonetheless, families this morning are waking up grieving with 2 teenagers dead and 4 others in the hospital. If you know anything about what happened here earlier this morning, you are encouraged to reach out to the NOPD or Crime Stoppers. In the lower 9th Ward, Leah McNeil, Eyewitness.
I mean, 6 teens were just shot and 2 are dead. And you would think from the news that like a cat got stuck in a tree.
Yeah, I mean, these sun parties are like, you know, I mean, it's like a war.
They're bullet magnets.
Yeah, I mean, it's worse than a day in Iraq.
Light shit. So, light shit in the suntown.
Otherwise known as Monday.
Yeah, I mean, you know, this is places where people are having fun. I can only imagine. I don't want to imagine.
Jesus Christ. I mean, literally like 6 teenagers were shot and 2 were killed. That is
another
huge
contact clue
deal.
is 3 19-year-old teenagers.
Yeah, but
yeah. Not
There's
5
nobody else
adults
who's a
and one
19-year-old
one
teenager.
juvenile. Yeah, not 5 adults and 1 juvenile.
But look, I can attest, a party, that's the #1 spot. Everybody drinking, partying. Somebody got to let their nuts hang.
Oh yeah.
And
and
HBCU homecoming party, you in trouble.
You've seen more fights and guns get pulled out at barbecues. That shit is regular. You just keep going.
Yeah, but I don't even think the drinks have anything to do with it. Honestly, I think
maybe
people get on social media and start texting that shit out.
No, because
And then the
Sunteens don't
ops
drink
sees
like
it.
that. Like real talk, Sunteens ain't drunks.
I don't think it's drink. I think it's just a lot of people from different areas. Like you got sunmen from different parts of town. You got girls. Once you introduce women into this equation, man, it gets real hectic, man.
And a couple of clicks. You got these niggas over here kind of deep. They feel like they got a few over there, and one of them feeling froggy. All it takes is one. All it takes is one. You don't even need a willing participant. You just need one. That's one. You know what I mean?
Exactly. One sun man can really
set it off
for a lot of people, man.
We're learning more about a shooting in the lower 9th Ward last night that ended with 2 teenagers dead and 4 hurt. The 2 victims who died were both 19. The others were either 17 or 18. Alyssa Curtis is at NOPD headquarters. Alyssa, what else do we know about this so far?
Well, Devin, police have not released much information about this shooting yet, but this shooting comes just days after beloved local comedian Brandon Boogie B. Montrell was fatally shot on the parking lot of the Rouses over on Barone Street. Both residents and city leaders say enough of the violence. Bullets were being sprayed across the 2000 block of Maurice Avenue early Monday morning. Lionel Dixon and his wife live across the street and didn't hear anything.
It's kind of tragic, to hear that. 19 years old, 17-year-old being shot up like that, it's unconscionable.
While they didn't wake up to bullets, they did wake up with concerns. Neighbors believe the house is a short-term rental property. Dixon wants people to be more aware.
Airbnb. Yeah. Very dangerous. Some people run Airbnb, it just instantly becomes dangerous, man.
I mean, they're gonna kill Airbnb. I think they're gonna knock them off. I think they're gonna get them out of there.
There's a lot of cities that have banned them. There's a lot of towns and cities
they're gonna take them
that
out
are
of business.
banning them.
You see, you can only do it for 90 days now.
And you know, Airbnb
Wow.
has like the hard data to support that Sun people are 99% of the reason that they have to go to court and fight all these battles in a lot of these cities over these
Everyone has the
properties.
hard data.
Yeah, exactly. But they're trying, they cannot say anything about it.
Well, remember, Airbnb was also the ones that came out and said that black people were actually more racist towards black people in renting
Oh,
property.
yeah, that's true. They did say
Yes,
that.
because we ain't
Because they had
crazy.
the
We
data.
know these niggas.
Did
I
they
know.
really?
Yeah,
We know
that's
how to scan them better. Y'all don't see how to
Yeah.
scan them. Y'all get swindled. You know
And
what I'm
dude,
saying?
I'm
more
going off the name, man. I'm sorry. If I got an Airbnb, I'm going off the name.
Is
yeah.
that a fair way to do it? The name, or is that like misleading?
Yeah, definitely. Because black people have distinct names, man. This is without a doubt, man. Without a doubt.
But a son man named Stan can still fuck you up, right? Like go crazy.
But I mean, you can't. Nothing's foolproof. Like you
Right.
can't.
Nothing.
Like, but you can fucking. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nothing.
But the name Lactavius is like, okay, you know.
No. You have to be a Sun person to be able to see through Sun people. I hate to say that, but it's just you need a Sun person guide. You know what I'm saying? Because
That's crazy.
you'll never be able
Sun
to get it
whisperer.
from your perspective. Yeah, Sun
you need a
whisperer,
sun
straight up.
whisperer.
You'll never be able to get it. It's real deep in the Sun
Yeah,
community.
you need a sun gazer.
We know who not to fuck with. You know,
And even with,
y'all would never
yeah,
know.
100%
And even then, we
with
can
it.
still get got. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's just y'all will get it ran over most likely.
Yeah, because I mean, here's the thing too. Like they also, I don't have to like give you the benefit of the doubt, so I don't see.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of people have
Yeah,
to like,
facts.
you know, they have a lot of baggage where they gotta try to not seem like they're racist, and they gotta treat everybody the same. So that
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
hinders their judgment. So I think that gliders probably have better judgment than some people. If you just look at DNA and
No,
IQ
I agree with that.
and outcomes, they probably have better judgment, but they have to thwart and curtail their judgment for societal reasons.
But do they then, if they have to think about it? How can you be so dominant yet so docile? It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
It's, you know,
they create like skyscrapers and airplanes and shit.
yeah,
and
all
then,
this cool
but
shit.
can't fucking stop like this shit.
Yeah, just keep taking foot to
They find
ass.
Sun people
Just
just as
cause.
weird.
Yeah, but
I don't know. It's weird.
Nobody's perfect.
There's no solutions because there's no understanding.
Yeah.
Well, you'll never be able to solve a problem that you're not free to identify and speak truth about.
I mean, straight up, this is why this is the greatest channel on earth. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because you can't speak like this in normal conversation with most people, like in life. I'm telling you, I've rocked parties. I've had girls lose their mind for saying like little things. What goes on this channel is like God tier. You know what I mean?
like the DNA argument.
Listen, man, all of that shit.
Like the
all
DNA
of it.
argument to me, it sounds initially backwards, but the way I put it, I mean, I can't lie. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, can you imagine the?
But listen, let me
response
hold on. Can I tell y'all something real quick? I swear to God, I just told my old lady this. I said, here's the difference. I said, most of the time, the only people who put their face on this motherfucker are Sun men, because we the only people ain't scared. I was like, it's different for them. They can't just be on this bitch and say whatever the fuck.
And I wouldn't.
And I respect it. And I respect it.
I wouldn't do either. If I was a glider and I had
I was a glider. Oh hell no.
Come up here with my face.
We need to find an app that'll make your face white during the podcast and do it under another channel and then just push that shit out to famous people.
Man,
and
it
watch
would be
them freak the hell out.
Wasn't that Colin Flattery?
It would be flagged into oblivion. Yes, it would last 3 hours.
Yeah, but that was Colin. What was his last name? He had an Irish last name, Colin.
But Colin is different though. Colin is a different temperament. He just reports it as it is. He doesn't give his opinion about it. He doesn't
Yeah,
give he
yeah.
doesn't he didn't give any commentary like that. Very, very subtle, like sarcastic
Tongue
commentary,
in
but
cheek, yeah.
Is he on YouTube?
Cute
just
shit.
reported on it.
I
And
don't know if it was cute shit because he had that book called "Don't Make the Black Kids Angry."
no, his book
Man,
was
it's a
different.
book,
I'm talking about
man.
his videos. His videos were
Anybody give a
much
fuck about a book?
And he wait, I mean, I'm saying he mentioned the book a lot in his videos.
What's that book about? That's an interesting title.
Oh, it's full of facts, man.
But what's that book
Don't
about?
Make the Black Kids Angry is full of it's exactly that. It's about how they have to be treated differently.
Because they're like like more
Savage. They're
impulsive,
different.
etc.
They're different.
Right, they're more impulsive and whatnot, right?
Savage.
Wow,
Just say
That's
savage.
crazy.
It's a lot
That's
easier.
crazy.
It's more the strongest. The strongest will be the strongest kind of vibe. Like when you like there's a lot that comes with being like every Sunman don't get chumped. You don't have to run around with a gun not to get chumped. And a lot of times you got to realize when you look at this shit, most of these young Sun teens are attacking weak victims. It's very rare they jumping down on an older person from the hood because we'll probably shoot them quick. Like they not.
Yeah,
we ain't
they
gonna play with 'em.
hyenas going after lions. They're hyenas going after
No.
fucking wildebeests.
Exactly. If they go after weaker prey. You see what I'm saying? So that's like a real big part of it. That's why you see all these weaker prey victims constantly falling victim. Listen, these so-called crazy motherfuckers know when not to be crazy around who. I promise you that.
It's
I promise you that.
Yeah,
It's a hierarchy in this shit. Real talk.
Yeah, they definitely know.
Yeah, the ironic thing is they have a more refined understanding of how shit works than a lot of the people like with PhDs spouting off about it.
Well,
All
I think a lot of them know, but they can't admit it, or they're so blind to the data.
They don't. No, like you gotta realize. No, it's like I'm telling you, it's your life experience, bro. So like every Sunman's life experience ain't the same. A lot of their life experience is a lot of glider life. So they didn't really live like they just got cousins. They're not really living a Sun life.
To deal with
Look,
it.
everybody's seen the movie Gran Torino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched a couple
No, I haven't seen
reactions to that today, and it was amazing at how many people you see on YouTube that didn't realize that those neighborhoods in that world even exists in real life.
That's what I'm saying. It's a different kind of naivete.
The movie Gran Torino with
weren't they Filipino gangs and shit? Or
no, it was Hmong. It was Hmong Vietnamese gangs.
Yeah, Vietnamese gangs. Yeah.
And there was a black gang in there, and there was a Hispanic gang in there too. But a lot of people in America don't realize that those places are real places, and those are things that happen every day.
Yeah.
Hey, if you don't mind me asking, Mag, what's the one book White Girl Bleed a Lot? I'm seeing on the chat. What is that?
That's Colin Flirty's book.
But what
And
is
I
that
think
book
that was his second book.
And what is that
Hold
one
up.
about specifically?
It's about like a incident. Well, the incident was in Chicago where this white girl got the shit beat out of her in the projects and shit. I think Cabrini Green, and one of the black dudes was like, "White girl bleed a lot," but it's just basically like fucking.
I mean, that's
stories
not
about-
enough. Yeah, shit that happened.
Yeah, that was
In
that
short,
was that
it's about
crazy
how-
girl they threw off the fucking roof, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It's about what we've observed here, the sunny
Exactly.
proclivity to extreme
it
violence
ain't-
against gliders
exactly.
when they can do it.
It just
Well,
is, but
because
it's just
it-
about-
yeah.
he talked about white on black almost solely. He didn't discuss like here where I talk about the things that
That's
they do to
almost
other
never.
black people. He only talked about what black people do to white people. That was his lane, and he had it. And I mean, it was all you'd be awestruck at how many videos he had every time he came on. Like every day he had like 50 videos of like.
I'm sure he had
black
plenty of
person-
content.
The point being, despite the claims that the media makes, it's actually thousands of times more likely to happen in
Right.
the opposite direction.
Oh
Yeah, it's so annoying.
Well, that's only because the Sunman. Listen, I can go back
that's
to
not
my
new. It's not
great
a new
grandparents. Yeah, it's not new. My great grandparents wasn't scared of white people, so that I knew of. So I know their parents were like, it wasn't this whole narrative of slavery, all this bullshit. That's horseshit. But the Sun Man only respects like strength. Like if you like real shit, if like I swear to God, when we was coming up, if you in your 40s, you knew if you got hit with an armed robbery, you was doing 15. So if you knew that though, like you know what I'm saying, that means you knew if you got caught with an armed robbery, anything with a gun, nigga, you was doing 15 at least off the gate. So that stops a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
But you know what? I get what he just said. Strength is important with some people, right? But you know what I noticed, and I stand by this, that is probably more important than even that, Chief.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Being conniving, being able to manipulate others. Because a lot of the stuntmen that I've like worked with, been with, you know, like my patients, they're not the brightest. They're impulsive. They're like almost like zombies that just move, right? But when you have a son, man, that's able to like manipulate and, you know, puppeteer,
right?
It's like a fucking work of art.
Oh yeah, man. It's not about just.
No, it's beautiful, but that's still not. That's not
really
enough in
cunning.
the. That's cool for y'all in the Sun community. The man is the man. You the man because you are the man.
I'm talking about in the Sun community.
Strength.
I'm talking about
in the Sun community is strength. No, we know a con man. You just get money. That's different. In the Sun community, strength is strength, bro.
I'm talking about, I guess, like to put it in layman's terms, like being able to send off people, send them up the river, as they say, you know.
Salute to Nate Ways. I think what he's talking about is like sun men that can, you know, I mean, like natural born leaders. Like a sun man's a natural born leader. He's gonna be like,
charismatic, very charismatic leaders.
Whole motherfucker, and he gonna be able to like, you know, what I mean, shrewd, very shrewd.
Right.
And
I've seen it. I've seen it.
He talking about like the sun man who run the yard, or the sun man
exactly
leader, or the big man on the block. That motherfucker is he's a special motherfucker. Yeah,
very dangerous.
Yeah, very dangerous and very very brutish. It's like it's like I say, every African country is at least a de facto dictatorship. But majority, 90% of them are just actual dictatorships, where the dictator is brutal, and I mean like brutal, and that's the only way you can control large groups of some people, with brutality. The specter of death has to be around every corner, and this is the and this is the study that I was telling you guys about. It doesn't matter if the host was white or African American, if they were sharing the place or not, or whether it was expensive or cheap. On all levels, African American sounding names had a harder time booking a room. And this is from a study at Airbnb. And this isn't no bullshit study. This is a study where they how many people? Yeah, they sent 6,400 requests from fake Airbnb profiles. So is that a good sample size? Hot Black, 6,400.
It's a couple thousand. I mean, you know, seems reasonable enough to start somewhere, right?
Yeah, and they did it in Baltimore, Dallas, Los Angeles, St. Louis, and DC. And what they came up with is that it didn't matter the race of the host. If your name sounded black, they wasn't fucking with you.
Good business decision.
All right.
No, I ain't doing Latoya, Tamika, Tanisha, none of that.
I know every female with their name. Hey, y'all.
See, it's not only the danger of violence, it's also what are they going to do to the property? Are they going to clean up? Are they going to deal with that? No.
Yo, straight up, the name that a Sun person has will tell you their bloodline. Straight up.
there's some truth to that. Like,
It'll tell you
Definitely
their
tell you what the
bloodline.
daddy name is.
No.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, it's bloodline. If it's certain, I'm telling you, I'm a son man. I'm a son man.
Yeah.
You know, if you what them names will tell you. Like you'll know. Like he actually got African roots for real. You talking about a son man that's all from here? It goes a certain direction, bro.
Yeah,
They won't.
no doubt.
In the Sun community, they talk about that shit. Like, don't name your child this shit. That shit is real.
Yeah,
What
man.
would be an example of something not to name?
All that wild shit. Listen, I'm telling you, because my name,
I got you.
my name, my children's name, my wife's name, my mama, my daddy, my granddad. I'm telling you, it's a tale of your bloodline.
Yeah, I mean,
once that shit start getting creative,
Mar. So if you got Mar something in your name, if your name is just not Mark or Martin, but it's Mar, Sean, Mar, Mar, Tate,
Marshawn,
Marshall, any of that super creative shit.
Is good, but if it's like Mar with some other shit in it, yeah, that's
One of the guys in the Thug trial is Trontavious.
The what?
Yeah.
Transformer.
Man, I tell you, it's like a Patel. It's like landowners. I'm telling you, I come from lines of business owners. I got family members who live in gated golf course communities. You know what I mean? And also, murderers and
My
shit
father
like
may have
that.
been a crackhead. My father may have been a crackhead. But the best thing he did was give me his whole name, Edward Matthew Jones II.
Wow.
English all the way through.
Yeah, you got
a really glider name.
Yeah.
I have a glider
out.
name too.
Me too.
So, I'm glad white people love my name. Black people shock when they hear my name.
Oh, your name is Allison. Is your name Lauren?
Y'all ain't gonna never.
Morgan.
No.
Oh, Morgan. Yeah, Candace. No, Candace.
Beverly.
Candace.
Ashley.
No, Ashley's sister.
Sarah.
Ashley is an anybody name.
Yeah.
Even guys can be named Ashley.
Ashley 100% depends on how it's spelled.
Yeah.
I don't know. That shoe doesn't look loud enough. Is it really a Sunman shoe?
It's a bootleg.
Constance. Okay, I know her name is Constance, man. That's what Brown Sugar name is, man.
His wife lived across
Tell me how my
the street
sound is.
and didn't hear anything.
It's kind of tragic,
Good.
for to hear
Sounds
that.
good.
19 years old, 17-year-old being shot up like that. Just it's unconscionable.
While they didn't wake up to bullets, they did wake up with concerns. Neighbors believe the house is a short-term rental property. Dixon wants people to be more aware of those impacted.
It don't affect just one person; it affects the whole community, and that's one of the things that we're concerned about.
NOPD has not released much information about the incident. Crime Stoppers is offering a cash reward for information. Crime Stoppers CEO Darlene Costanza calls the recent violence a disappointment.
I don't know as a citizen how you can stand silent and not say we have to be one team, one mission, and one response. And the only response is to say stop the violence and come forward and help.
This shooting comes after New Orleans comedian Brandon Boogie B. Montrell died by a stray bullet in Rouse's parking lot Friday. Montrell's mother is calling on leaders to create a safer community. In a statement, she said, in part, it's past time for leaders in our city and all over to do their jobs. City Council member Oliver Thomas says he's trying to do just that.
From blight to litter to murder, we have to be as aggressive as the people who want to break the rules are. They're more aggressive than us.
Wow, that's a great way to put it, man.
That's pretty succinct.
Yeah, man. They are way more aggressive than y'all, man.
Salute to him.
This is a clip for the ages.
But for him, aggressive means more program.
The only way this could have been more specific is if he mentioned, like which community specifically has this problem. But he's saying it in not so many words.
No, it's how you gonna handle it. No, it's all about how you gonna handle it. You ain't gotta say nothing other than what we gonna do about it.
Well, I for one am offended.
And do it.
Why are you offended?
What he said is pretty offensive.
To who?
No, it's not.
What do you
The
mean
average
aggressive?
Sun man doesn't know this shit exists. This is all in y'all world. I promise to God.
Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Like, what do you mean, you people?
I'm telling you, everybody outside of the Sun community pays attention to this shit, other than the Sun community. You got to figure out what the fuck you gonna do and do it straight up.
But dude, I think everybody. It's not a secret that some people talk mad shit about some people. You know, like we know
the Sun community, y'all listen. In public, y'all are terrified of us. We chump y'all off, shoot you, beat you up, rob you.
But what I'm saying is like the sisters, right? The sisters, they won't want.
That's just cap. They just know they can win. Nobody's scared of
He's
y'all.
totally right. 90% of the Sun community acts like these shootings are like rainstorms that happen, and there's nothing.
I'm telling you, you're not. All you got. I'm telling you, there's only one thing you can do to curtail it. Is actually say, do this, and you go sit down for this long, flat out. I don't give a fuck, and you'll see. And but actually do it and stop acting like hoes. But like in the Sun community, if there's no consequence, you get no respect.
Yeah.
That's true.
The specter of some kind of punishment, brutal. They got to be a brutal punishment.
It's got
Putting people in jail is just another way of backing up your, actions of violence.
If you ever work in a prison system as a CO, it's just like working in a Sun community. It's just like you see their mentality.
Yeah.
Even with the other COs,
they are afraid.
Even with the other COs.
Yeah, you have to project strength at all times.
Even with the others, all the time. To be a Sun man to walk around with your nuts hanging, you got to be like that. It makes you like that.
Yeah.
The women make you like that. You get the best looking ones. You get out like it's real like that. So I'm telling you, they'll keep this shit in line. Like you could really, if you just said, motherfucker, anything violent, we putting your ass up underneath this bitch, it will curtail violence because we'll have inner violence because you did anything to create violence. Like, trust me, fear is how this shit works. All this kumbaya shit, y'all, like I say, some man nuts big. Some man get on here, put his face on the screen, talk crazy.
Some man will tell you he kill you on a live. Some men talk about like
real shit.
If you go to the black sector of YouTube, the things they saying to each other,
you ain't ready.
Yeah, they real, like, you know what I'm saying? They're not just talking about, you know what I'm saying, like I'm angry with you. Like some men is like, pull up, where you at right now? I'm gonna come blow your head off right there. Oh, I'm talking about 500 people in the chat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, going crazy.
And they kill you and still kill you.
5,000 people in the chat.
And they end up killing you, no worries.
Yeah.
No, it's not even them that's gonna kill you. It's like that's entertainment. You gotta understand the energy is strong.
No, they definitely will kill you. They're definitely
maybe not.
Yeah, but here, let me read this tweet, man. I mean, it's super chat. Salute to Op Nation. I'm a glider who'd love to come on the panel, but I live in the stand, and my business is in pasty libtard land. I'd be ruined 9 ways to Sunday if I got recognized on your channel. Like, just come
That's
up.
3 ways more than normal. 6 ways.
No. That's God tier truth. That's God tier truth. You don't get that nowhere but here. I'm in love here.
But don't show your face. Come up here. You'll be you'll be all right if you just don't show your face, I think.
Yeah, when these guys aren't porn bombing, they're probably doxing. So
yeah, so just
I mean, and who would do that here? When I would hear y'all say that porn bombing, I'm like, golly, that's really weird here.
Have you not seen it? You haven't seen them porn bomb here?
I mean, a lot of times I used to just listen to y'all motherfuckers while I was like going to sleep and shit.
They porn bomb church live streams.
Yeah,
like,
they do. I don't watch those.
Yeah, they do.
They porn bomb the Young Thug trial.
Yeah.
No, it is. Wow.
Yeah, let me move along, man.
Whatever.
Let me move along. Yeah, make sure you hit the PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat, support the channel, man. Those of you that don't have to go to work tomorrow, man, should be supporting more than those of you that who have to go to work. If you gotta go to work tomorrow, man, it's 1 o'clock, man. You better take your ass to sleep. Don't be mad at me tomorrow when you tired in the morning, man. That ain't be my fucking fault.
Member Oliver Thomas says he's trying to do just that.
From blight to litter to murder, we have to be as aggressive as the people who want to break the rules are. They're more aggressive than us. We can't. That can't be.
Community leaders want to see change as well. Pastors in the lower 9th Ward are working to come together to address the violence that Reverend Willie Calhoun Jr. calls unnecessary.
We're going to talk about this week having a meeting to create the strategy that needs that strategy.
We're gonna talk about having a meeting that creates strategy.
If the strategy doesn't include having sentries on every corner, then they're not talking anything.
No, we're going to talk about having a meeting to create strategies.
He said that out his mouth.
They say that in corporations all the time.
We're going to talk about this week having a meeting to create the strategy that needs. That strategy must be inclusive of not just talking to young people, but it has to be inclusive of bringing resources to the community.
Same bullshit. The only fucking resource you need in Louisiana is a pile of fucking jail cells.
The only thing that will help New Orleans is all the money that's being spent on these programs where they tell them to these people, they need to be spending that on jail cells. Exactly like Mayo said. Expanding the prisons.
Jail cells.
Yeah, if we could just shoot them dead for sure. But they need more juvenile prisons.
Nah, screw that. Shouldn't be the Sun Man that gets to talk. That's not the Sun Man that can talk to some people. You know what I'm saying?
He don't even preach to be singing in his church.
Listen, that's not the type of Sun Man. I'll tell you, that's real.
This guy's just on the grift. This guy's just on the grift. He doesn't exist without these programs.
Once you say inclusive, that was a giveaway. Look at the words he used.
He gonna skim off the top of that program.
Community.
Councilman Thomas says that he spoke this morning with NOPD Interim Superintendent Michelle Woodford. He says they're both interested in creating special units to interrupt the criminal activity that is happening in New Orleans. Reporting.
And special units to interrupt the criminal activity.
Groups, exactly. To interrupt, violence interrupters.
Yeah.
Like a firing squad?
Cons.
No, a firing squad. That should be a violence interrupter.
Franklinton Police and Crime Stoppers are teaming up to solve the shooting death of a man in Washington Parish. It happened more than a year ago, and there's a $2,500 reward for information. As Mike McDaniel reports, loved ones want to find the person responsible.
Like many parents, Deandra Wright was focused on a new school year for her kids last August. Then she got a phone call.
So we were supposed to meet up and get some school supplies and stuff for the kids. And then a couple hours later, I got that phone call that he was deceased.
The father of her two young kids, Jeremy Middleton, was shot August 12th, 2021.
Sunman Crickets in the background.
I was
just thinking that.
It happened at the McGee Trailer Park on Woods Drive. Another man was also shot. He survived. Middleton died.
I have my breakdown.
Wright says since that day, she's battled physical and mental health issues, all related to the murder of the man she cared for.
People don't understand sometimes how I feel not to sleep at night. Have to watch your surroundings because you don't know who did this.
Through constant wondering, she just wants closure to a very painful chapter.
It's been a horrible year and a half.
You know, you sleep at night, you shut that damn alarm off.
Detectors, two of them.
First of all, that whole story is cap. That's not true. He wasn't going to buy whatever the fuck she said. What did she say? School supplies or some shit like that? No, ma'am. So what happened was, that's the guy that was, rocking the road. You know what I mean? And, son shit. He probably had a lot of energy at that transaction. Energy can get you smoked, bro. I'm telling you.
Yo, how black haze those crickets? Those Sunman crickets?
No, those shit is
Maybe it was
crazy.
up. Maybe it was up to buy new batteries.
It's the darndest
I
thing,
don't know if
though.
I've
Like,
ever actually heard two different ones at once. That's wild.
It's probably
How,
carbon
But you do
monoxide.
always
how do
hear
you
them,
live with that?
yeah,
Probably carbon.
it's so strange that like every time, like the one group does that, and it's such a fucking strange behavior to have.
It speaks to other things that you can like live with beeping every 15 to 30 seconds and not think to do something about it
It's just
over
so
weeks at a
lazy.
time.
It comes off as
And
lazy.
it's something so easy to do.
Yeah, and
It's not just lazy, it's like you don't even observe the environment around you.
exactly.
And that
No,
speaks to like why they're not more upset about people getting blown away every single day in the neighborhood.
No doubt. I get that part, and trust me, man. I understand. I completely understand that part, and that part is very, very observant. That about Sun Man nature, because it's darndest thing that there's always us with that. But there's also another part of it too. Like this is a safety mechanism that literally is like the foundational safety mechanism. It's like the seatbelt in your car. It's
We joke about this, but this has probably killed thousands and thousands of people in Sun.
You can't understand this energy.
I mean, yeah, no, I get you.
Well,
this is like literally.
You had that story from July or so where the pizza delivery guy goes in and saves 5 kids. It was probably because the freaking smoke alarm didn't go off.
Yeah.
They didn't be able to get everybody out.
This is
Believe it or not, a lot of that happens in the Sun community. A lot of shit happens. There's a lot of heroes. There's a lot of. It's not just. It's a lot of shit, but it's all intense as fuck. That's what I'm telling you.
But that smoke alarm is literally. It's not like a ADT security system ring doorbell. It's not like a CO2 detector. It's the foundational that comes with the home. It's the fucking base security system that comes with the home. It's not like some extra shit you bought to add on. It's just literally part of the house. You can't buy a house without it already being equipped with smoke detectors. And every time there's a smoke detector that's batteries is about to expire, it's a Sun person. Every single time. It just shows that like we would.
And then the glider reporter that's always there is never like, did you want to change the smoke detector? Like I noticed that was going off.
Yeah, it's just weird, man.
I mean, it is a serious
for
safety
someone to
issue.
come
See?
forward with.
Yeah, it's a huge safety issue.
It don't get better.
To get better, Wright is pleading for someone to come forward with information. That's why Crime Stoppers is working with police.
You want to have justice. You want to have closure, and that's something that it's just a piece of the grieving and the healing process.
Crime Stoppers CEO Darlene Costanza says getting information, especially in smaller communities, can be challenging.
In small communities, I mean, it's very hard because there's a lot of less separation between possible victims and perpetrators.
Wright doesn't know exactly what Middleton was doing at that trailer park last August, but what she does know is the commitment he was making to their 2 kids and his 6 others.
This man goes was
Their 2 kids and his 6 others.
8 fucking kids.
See, I told you that was all cap, yo. Listen.
Yep. Oh yeah, he wasn't going to get his fucking
Listen,
babies.
you've
No.
never seen a couch like that in real life. I have. That couch there, that what's going on right there, that's some shit you ain't even ready for, bro. We ain't even gotta go there. I couldn't even break that down enough for you to even be able to
all he wanted
comprehend.
to be in his kid's life. So y'all took that from him. Y'all took that from him.
Franklinton police say progress is being made in this case, and they're confident an arrest will be made. Mike McDaniel, Eyewitness News.
If I get a cricket in my house, I will literally disassemble the fucking house to find it and kill it.
Smash that reporter.
We don't doubt that of any life form than just your domicile, Mayo.
Yeah, no doubt. Oh my God, man. Give me another city, man. Shit, man. What a world, man. What a fucking strange place that we turned this place into the greatest country.
At least it's consistent though, Chief, right?
Hey, do me a favor. Go to Augusta, Georgia, man. That's what I want to see.
Like we could almost predict what's coming next to whatever extent, right?
No,
as wild
you
as
can't.
it is.
I had
Well,
an aunt that's a nun who actually taught in Augusta, Georgia for like 12 fucking years.
Word?
Yep.
Oh, man.
And she said she will
Augusta's a big
never
place for
teach
me.
down south again. She says she will never teach down south again.
Listen, y'all never
That's
ran the
hungry.
South. It's impossible. There's too many of us. I'm telling you. I know what my granddaddy used to do. I know what his daddy used to do. That's what I know.
Let's see what's going on down here, man.
Cattleman begins with a busy Christmas day for law enforcement in Edgefield County. News Channel 6's Hannah Latier covering a chase that lasted nearly 8 hours.
Edgefield County Sheriff Jody Rowland tells News Channel 6 that 49-year-old Ronald J. Miller sped off from a traffic stop at around 8 a.m. and was caught hours later in this neighborhood. Sheriff Rowland says the 4 to 5 mile car
Some good
chase
range on that
went from
vehicle.
Martintown Road to Currytown Road to Sweetwater Road and ended at Sylvan Road, where Miller ditched his car and ran away. He broke through some of the sheriff's office's perimeters and made it to Coronet Drive across from Fox Creek High School.
An Edgefield County deputy on the perimeter saw him come between two houses, approached, and he pulled what we know now is a 9mm handgun, pointed it at the deputy, and as the deputy gets cover and Miller takes cover, Miller ends up running again, which led us just to more foot chase.
Several law enforcement agencies teamed up to catch Miller.
Once we realized we had another sighting of him over
Yeah,
here.
if he was a black guy, they would have killed him.
Yep, flat out.
This is privilege. This is an example of white privilege, man. That's exactly what we said.
In this day and age,
we really had to have help. North Augusta Public Safety. And they
Well, it pointed the gun right at him, so he had to duck and take cover because he was going to die.
Always great. They sent help immediately. We got a really good tight perimeter, maybe less than 2-3 minutes on Coronet.
A SLED helicopter was able to keep him in the perimeter, and deputies found him hiding on a back porch on Coronet Drive.
If you're running from deputies on the ground and you're in a heavy bushed area, deputies may not see you. But if that helicopter's right above you and that movement is going on through there, they're going to see you.
He is facing several charges, including resisting arrest and assault and battery with intent to kill. Miller is being held at the Edgefield County.
With that much resources, this guy should, I really am a firm believer that you don't get to do all that, require us to pull out all these resources and spend 8 hours looking for you, and you just get charged with what you did. No, that's extra. That's not fleeing police. That's like causing harm. That helicopter could have fucking crashed into a fucking Cessna or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Or that helicopter,
he should get the bill. He should get the bill.
You know what
for
that they could have needed it to chase a sun man down. I mean, it's really a waste of resources.
A company I worked for rented those helicopters out to police departments and everything. That's $5,000 to $8,000 an hour to operate.
Yeah.
I like your idea. See, maybe send him the bill.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, but you'll never get it though. That's no. You're gonna take it from you. He's taking it from you. It's your money, bro.
Bill with time. You send him the bill with time on his sentence.
Yes.
Yeah, you give him. You can't like those people in LA that like just to go on those chases throughout the highway, and the highway got to get shut down, and they got to move all the cars to the side, and this guy's just fleeing police for hours and hours in the Southern California highways, and then they arrest him, and it's like, okay, we're charging you with driving a suspended license. No, you gotta
10
go
years.
under the jail now,
10 to 15 straight.
We'll foot the bill for our guys if you foot the bill for the Sun Man. Not.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about for anybody who did this.
No, fuck all that. You gotta put foot to ass, man. Straight up, bro. That boot gotta be on a motherfucking neck. You flee from police and endanger lives, you're going to prison for 10 years. Period. You do that shit 3 times and watch motherfuckers stop running.
Hey, Ag, if Kim Fox heard how you're talking, she would hate you, brother. Shame on you.
In China and Russia, if the state kills you for committing a crime, they will charge you for the bullet.
That's great.
They charge the family for the bullet.
Good idea, man.
A veteran is recovering lost money after the Berkeley County, South Carolina community came to his aid. Raymond Owens takes a look at this story that began with $20, $50, and $100.
What's up with this Sun Man reporter, man? Why he's so goddamn like
A veteran is recovering lost money after the Berkeley County, South Carolina community came to his aid. Raymond Owens takes a look at this story that began with $20, $50, and $100 bills blowing across a busy highway.
I spoke with a gentleman who told me he was riding down Highway 52 on his motorcycle on Wednesday when he accidentally dropped $1,700 in cash. Now, what happened next is a great story.
I'm originally from a small town in Wisconsin of only about 1,300 people. I came down here because the military brought me down here as part of their nuclear propulsion training.
Kyle Cons is a 20-year-old with goals.
And I wanted to have an opportunity to tell my kids that I was on a nuclear-powered submarine, sailing the 7 seas.
He has a motorcycle, but recently saved some money to...
And this kid right here, and all those men on those fucking submarines, God knows where, on this great fucking planet Earth, those kids are fucking valuable as hell. These men that sign up for those dirty jobs. You know what I'm saying? Because
big facts.
It's fucking hundreds of, it's like 200 of them on a submarine the size of a fucking football field. And they're living down there for fucking months and months. And this kid's signing up for that shit.
He has a motorcycle, but recently saved some money to purchase this car in North Carolina.
I'd gone up to North Carolina. I bought a car up there because I was sick of just driving a motorcycle around the 40-degree weather and whatnot.
There was about $1,700 cash that he had left over after buying the car. On Wednesday, he was on his motorcycle with the cash in an envelope headed to Walmart.
And I got into Walmart and I noticed that I had no $100 bill to break or any of my bills.
He drove back and found he had dropped the envelope along 52.
There was 2 cops here and 2 cars, and they had explained to me people were breaking on the road to chase money that was flying across the highway.
But the money was gone. The officer suggested he make a post on social media. He did that Wednesday night, and he was shocked at what happened. Nobody who picked up the money returned any, but strangers started messaging him and sending him money to replace what he lost.
Yeah, I ended up getting about $2,200 out of the $1,700 that I lost, and it really was a blessing.
He has asked people to stop sending him money. He, along with 2 of his friends,
he has asked people to stop sending him money.
Whoa. George Floyd's family didn't say that.
No, listen.
They increased the goal to 220,000.
That's impossible. I swear to God, there's no way I would ever say stop. That shit would ever. No way.
Never.
But he's humble. But he's a humble person.
Yeah. I'm humble as far as I'm concerned.
But humble people act like that. That's how humble people act.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a good person. I'm a son man.
He's a good person. So yeah.
He said people to stop. God, I've reached my goal. Please stop sending me money.
But strangers started messaging him and sending him money to replace what he lost.
Yeah, I ended up getting about $2,200 out of the $1,700 that I lost, and it really was a blessing.
He has asked people to stop sending him money. He, along with 2 of his friends, spent today picking up trash on the side of that same stretch of road as a thank you to the community for.
Yo, y'all different, man.
Man, stop sending me money.
Y'all
What?
some good people.
Next
Listen,
story is going to be how he was murdered by a Sunman on the side of the trash.
Don't say that. Please don't say that. Don't wish death on
I
that man.
wish it. You know, it would be funny.
No,
if it
no,
weren't.
on that man.
Hey, Ike, it's
No,
gonna be a
don't do
hit
that.
and run.
That's wrong.
Wait.
Slow down.
Hit a run so like some Sunman mowed down while he cleaning up the trash and shit.
I'm saying, like, why are you out here? I mean, you salute, right? He's doing all this shit. He's going under a submarine for his country, but like, so much of this country would kill you without a second thought, and
Yeah,
it's hard
but
to
he
imagine how
don't
you
know
can
that
do
though.
it.
That's not his life though. He don't know that yet.
It's the mission that matters.
Listen, he would die. He would die branded a racist if he got into a fucking tiff with a black female cashier at Walmart.
Oh God, yes.
He would go to his grave as a staunch racist. This guy, the same guy. If he had I'm talking about
Yeah, true son of the South.
a minor tiff with a black.
I like your hair.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Like I mean, oh my God.
You know the only
Touch
thing
up
the
sister's
Sun Man
hair.
fears is the Sun Woman. Y'all done messed up.
This guy right here, he's a good kid, man. This is a phenomenal young man. I mean, a phenomenal young man.
Great
I mean,
human
his
being.
character, the way he thinks, but it makes you feel bad because it's like he's not ready for like
The truth.
Yeah, no, I mean he's not ready like for
the real world.
Yeah, like a Sunman interaction, like a Sunman would take full advantage of him.
Oh.
Fuck him over every way Sunday.
Even if he wasn't like that.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel bad that this guy, he could literally, he has to kiss every black person's ass that he comes across for the rest of his life, so he doesn't die a racist. Or he isn't outed as a racist, or he isn't doxxed and put on. Because he has to think about it. With all he's done,
It's hilarious.
There's no points he's acquired in the game. Like, say it's the game of life and there's a scoreboard. He hasn't acquired 1 point for any of this shit. The only thing he can acquire now in today's age is an anti-racist.
Straight up. It makes no sense, bro. It's kind of like, damn. And like, when you're a true Sun Man, you be like, it really ain't even got to be like that. You know that, right?
But that's why their communities look better than ours, because we don't have black men that think like this.
Exactly.
And that's why our communities suck.
Yeah, I agree, because I ain't gonna lie. I've been called a coon, big homie, you a coon. You used to be like this, but yes, I was a child, and now I'm an adult, and so whatever. And I always called that shit stupid, but like it just is what it is. Like, you know what's up with them. If you pretend with these niggas, you're gonna lose. Listen, some people do not respect that pity pat shit, man. Some women don't. You don't get to sleep with the type of women that we get to sleep with if you ain't got a certain type of energy, even if it's righteous.
That's not saying
You better
much,
be
though.
real.
That's not saying much. Look at the women a lot of black men sleep with.
Man, men sleep with women, bro. We sleep with all kind of women, bro. Listen, if you haven't slept with a lot of women coming up, I'm sorry, I did. But it's just like, it's something that happens. But you don't wife them up, you don't make them all baby mamas. All this shit.
Marcy's saying that they're not that good looking, but you gotta understand the Sun Man wants her. So if I'm in DC, right, and I see a chick with a big old butt, right, and she got a big old butt, and she got like she might not be like have a degree or anything, and she might be a little ratchet, and she might be
who cares?
Grocery store. That doesn't matter to me. I just
Yeah, I know.
Yes. It's
So I
just a
said, who
trophy.
cares? Yeah,
It's
nobody's
just a
thinking about, do
trophy.
you have a degree? A degree? All y'all got degrees.
I just
Whatever.
want to sleep with her, and once I sleep, I've accomplished my goal. It's not about like, you know what I'm
None of
saying,
that.
what her value to someone else on the
No,
day.
man, ain't somebody think about that.
It's only her value to me in that moment. So some men, when you talk about like when you kind of like make a mockery of who they're sleeping with who they want to sleep with at that time. And if you
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's not like shocking to me. Like, listen.
hold on. If you can sleep with the person you want to sleep with at that moment, you win. Fuck if the other person thinks she's not fucking hot. If you
right,
I
Moxie,
want
you
to
know,
sleep with you,
get,
you know what I'm
get
saying?
them pregnant, leave.
That's it.
Get 'em
No,
pregnant, leave.
no. I just want to hear that, man, bro. If you think they're all getting, listen, if they were getting pregnant at the rate that you actually think they are, you'd be in trouble. And a lot of these black hoes is killing these babies. Trust me, that
I'm
shit
fully
is
aware
like
of that.
a sport.
I'm fully aware of that. But like I said,
It's a
Moxie,
sport.
get them pregnant, leave.
Nah, screw that. It's disgusting.
No, man, the ones that be getting them pregnant really be, it don't really be who you think it is. Let me tell you something.
That's
like,
what these clowns are doing. That's what these clowns are doing.
yeah, clowns
know.
doing that.
I
Yes,
know
I'm
they're
not
doing it,
denying
and
that.
it's sickening.
But that's just incidental.
Yeah,
These
bro.
women
like,
are nothing but trophies to them.
I mean, that's
that
like,
baby's collateral damage, Mossy.
but listen, man, listen, man. That's not like a foreign thing to just being, a certain type of man, though. Like, if you ain't listen, like I only have children by one woman, but I've definitely lived a very, fruitful life when it comes to women. So, like, you know what I mean? I have a different energy. Like, if you
Yeah, but
doing
you
this
sound
certain
different
type of way.
You sound different than these dudes though that we talk about on this channel on the regular.
No,
You don't
I
sound
agree,
like
and I know a lot of, and I know a lot of guys on both sides, and just because of the life that I've lived. But a lot of them, I'm telling you, even when I was doing things that I had no business doing, I was very aggressive in the way I did things because that's what's required. You can't pussyfoot with the Sun community. They don't respect pussy. Like,
yeah,
it'll
they walk
never
over you.
happen.
They walk all over you. They walk all over you.
Like,
Yeah,
it's insane.
compassion
No, it's
is a
not
weakness.
compassion. It's not. We ain't talking about compassion. We talking about stop being a pussy.
But that's
It
how
could be
you look at
misconstrued.
compassion.
Right, it could be misconstrued as being a pussy.
That's exactly how it's construed.
Like being one
Compassion
mannered,
is a weakness and will be exploited.
Right.
Like
Yes,
this
but
guy
you
right here. Hold on. Let me
Good.
This guy right here is his character only fits in a community with all people of his same race. So this guy when they say diversity is our strength, it's not because this guy, he's like, okay, I dropped my money. I went back to look for it. It's gone. I put a post up. People from my community sent me money. When they sent me the number that I was looking for, that I told them I had lost, I told them to stop sending me money. Then to show my appreciation to the community, I not only me, but two of my friends went and cleaned up trash on the side of the road to show appreciation back to the community. That whole train, that whole line right there of actions is like only going to he can only do that in a society where it was 100% gliders.
But to be fair, there are gliders, a lot of them that will prey on him too.
No, I get that there's gliders that would prey on him. I completely understand that. But the gliders who would prey on him, it still would be a different energy to that. It would be a different type of predation. It would be something that he understands, something that they understand with each other, that they the way they do things. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of
And
like,
let's be real, it probably wouldn't be like a mortal ever-present danger in a lot of places
exactly.
too.
He might not die. He might not die from it. You know what I'm saying?
It'd be it'd be like a long-term scam. It would be like, to try to swindle them out of money, like cents on the dollar.
And with the
it's similar.
son, man, it could be more. It could be fatal, right?
Yeah. It's just like his mindset. Everything he did in this one interaction. Think about even before that. He had a bike. He came from a small town in Wisconsin. He comes down there. He had a bike. He got tired of riding around in a bike in the cold weather. So he went and bought a car. This young man just went and he saved up enough money to buy a car. He's riding around with $1,700, and it's probably no pictures on the internet of him doing like this or holding a money phone to his head, or you know what I'm saying, throwing it up in the air, or just playing with it, the money, the cash money, like it's a toy.
Right, up and roll.
Yeah, so it's like he's almost a different species than a sun man. Like they're not even the only thing that connects him to a sun person is that if he screws a sun chick, she can get pregnant and have a child. Other than that, there's nothing the same of him as a sun person.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't have my hopes up, for the community here. I really felt like I was kind of by myself here. And that's what I've been feeling a little bit, being a little bit away from home and stuff. But now I really feel part of the community that everybody was willing to reach out and give an extra, give a helping hand.
Kyle will continue his training with the Navy Nuclear School at least for the next few months before his next assignment. On Highway 52 in Berkeley County, I'm Raymond Owens.
How much would I bet that he's Christian?
Of course, yeah, he definitely gives vibes of Christian vibes that like he's like some kind, he's just,
Yeah.
I think he's
But
just
that's
a good
almost
kid,
irrelevant too, though, Chief. If he's
Yeah.
Christian or not.
Not
he's just a
exactly.
good kid.
Not exactly. I mean, that plays a major part in it, because
Yeah.
the fact that he would say, don't
people
send
who
me
run-
more money, means that he has an understanding of humility, and he doesn't want to take further advantage of other people.
But that's not exclusive to Christianity, though.
Exactly, true.
The people who run a community resource in Aiken County are trying to figure out who stole from their
Yes, it
donation
is.
boxes. News Channel 6 Aiken Bureau Chief Sean Cabbage-Stock has more now on the incident and how the organization is still preparing for the holidays.
If they told us about the situation that they were in, we very likely would have helped them in whatever way we could have.
Walking Tall Ministries serves about 500 people daily.
They'd rather
The
rob you,
group
though.
offers food, prayer, and other resources.
All this time of year, we've got rain jackets, sleeping bags, some tents, gloves, socks, things of that nature. Some low-income families come and we have food bags prepared for those folks. And just an array of whatever the need is.
Now a Grinch trying to steal Christmas. The nonprofit's donation collection box, a target for thieves. The third time.
That's a
that
glider.
That's a
captured
glider.
on a new
That's
camera.
good. I'm glad.
And
Uh-oh.
Boom, gotcha.
Finally, fuck.
Finally, a
Damn
glider.
gliders out here.
He stole
I knew it.
the goddamn. But here's the thing, though.
I'm
Think about this.
disappointed.
That might be a
in
sun
you.
man wearing a mask, though.
Hold on. But listen. Think about this. When I talk about like the differences in groups and their actions show the difference, they have the donation box just out. What percentage of glider do you think this town is?
It's high, I'm sure.
If you just put the donation box out there and people can just come up and put money in it anytime they want, and you expect when it's time to go retrieve it, it's going to be there. What percentage of Southern you think live in this town?
2%.
I'm gonna say like 5.
Once he said
5.
90.
You say percentage of gliders?
Maybe you misunderstood the question.
86%, baby.
I'm gonna say 50.
No,
I misunderstood the question. Then.
I'm gonna say zero.
I'm at 2%. We're between 2 and you
I
at
just said
0.
how many sun men in here?
Yeah, how many?
Yeah.
Southern live in this town?
Probably about 8.
Yo,
See, we got low numbers. Y'all talking crazy.
You gotta look at how people behave. You know what I'm saying?
Aiken County is 25% sun.
But what about this town that's in?
Yeah, I don't know about the town.
This town that they're in. It's. Let me see if I can get the.
The people who run a community resource in Aiken County are trying to figure out who stole from their donation boxes.
They won't give us the.
To steal Christmas, the nonprofit's donation collection box, a target for thieves. The third time, the act captured on a new camera.
And that's when we got a good shot of the gentleman, but have yet to locate that person. It came to our attention that this individual may be taking the items out of the donation boxes around the CSRA and selling them.
I tell them, please don't do that again, because what if that was your kid or your addict friend that really needed that blanket or
He
them
don't care.
The theft not stopping the holiday spirit.
I'll get it to somebody.
Donations are continuing to pour in from the community.
Just because we are so blessed, we wanted to bless other people.
I like giving back, and I never had stuff like that growing up, so it's special to me. And see the smile on the kids' faces when they come. And I get to be Winnie the Pooh.
The toys will be given out on Christmas Day at the nonprofit on Augusta Road in Gloverville.
If you come at 8 o'clock,
Gloverville
any child
is
present will be-
11% minority.
What's minority? Black?
Yes.
I was
Why you just say black?
No, there may be some hombritos. They said
Coalition.
minority. Yeah, that's
right.
coalition.
It's black. It's black. It's black.
Okay.
I mean, I was
It's
pretty
at
close.
least one gift, maybe multiple gifts. And we will freely give that. We look
Coalition of
forward
the
to seeing
Sunny.
the smiles and maybe helping some mamas and daddies.
Hey man, these poor gliders, man, they remind me of the poor gliders that live around where I live at. These gliders ain't got a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out, man.
That was a good video of the offender, though. There's no way
very
they're not gonna
good.
grab his ass.
Hey man, that
I've only
could be
met a
sun
few
man wearing
piece
a
of shit
glider.
gliders in my life. Most gliders been pretty cool.
Yeah, they
Law
all right.
enforcement officers and kids gathered at the Walmart in Evans for the 20th annual Columbia County Sheriff Office's Day with the Deputy. The day has kids partner up with members of the sheriff's office, and then together they shop for Christmas gifts.
This is an event where we provide a Christmas for 50 kids that's probably less fortunate that may not have had a Christmas. So we're out here to provide a Christmas for them. This is something that we love from the bottom of our heart. We always love to give back and be able to help.
That's a
The
cute cop.
experience not only gives kids a Merry Christmas, but it
That big black one.
Over here.
That big
Oh,
black
come on, listen, you know that's a son woman. She like us, man.
She like this one right here. Damn man, that's crazy.
No, that ain't the one she was talking about, bro. She talk about. Listen, I'm over 6 feet. I'm 256. Trust me, man. I understand, man. They like that shit.
they shop for Christmas gifts.
This is an event where
These kids partner up with members
Oh,
of the
what's
sheriff's
that old
office.
Asian man?
It's the one right here you talking about.
No, bro,
keep
you gotta
going.
keep going back,
Goddamn.
bro.
Together they shop for Christmas gifts.
this is an
I
event
give
where
that
we
man a
provide
heart
Christmas
attack.
for 50 kids that's probably less fortunate that may not have had a Christmas. So we're out here to provide a Christmas for them. This is something that we love from the
Yeah,
bottom of our heart. We
he's a
always
cute
love to give back and be
big
able
black
to help.
guy.
The experience not only gives kids a Merry Christmas, but it also helps them see law enforcement in a different light.
At this event here, we love to bond with the kids so that they can see that it's more to it than just locking up bad guys. So we want
Locking up
kids
your
to see another
parents?
side of
Really
the
gives
sheriff's
them the opportunity to put
The
their
event was able
jackboot
to
on their
happen
necks.
thanks to some help from
Yeah, I mean, listen, kids. Okay, you're trying to prove to kids that it's more than locking up bad guys.
Or their parents.
I don't have a problem about that.
The event was able to happen thanks to some help from the Merchants Association of Columbia County.
The Merchants Association of Columbia County presents two fairs, one in the fall, one in the spring, and proceeds from our
That's
fall
such a
fair,
blighter hat.
we're able to donate $9,000 to Columbia County's Day with a Deputy.
That hat could get him in trouble in DC.
That's a
would
red
just
hat with white letters.
that is, automatically assume it's a MAGA hat and pop him upside his fucking head.
It's
Literally.
get him polar bear hunted up there.
Makes the money and they pull it into folks that are a little bit needing some help to get Christmas through. And
we as police officers and public safety and sheriff's deputies get to come in and help out with these kids.
It's good to see that, all the work that all the merchants of the Merchant Association, which are volunteers, that all the time and hard work they put in, we're able to put a smile on these.
Salute, man. Salute, man.
Salute to the pigs.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Salute, pigs, man. Y'all out here doing good work, man. Why y'all not killing something?
Putting the fear in them kids.
Yeah, when you're not killing something, man, you're not doing
For no reason, you gotta throw that part in there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man. Give me another city, man. Oh, man. Thanks.
Pick a city, any city.
Yeah, man.
It's like 3-car Monty, Chief, like the hustle.
They silent. They fucking up already down here though. Shit.
Coverage you can count on begins in Richmond County.
Oh shit, sucker now, man.
Smash.
Yeah, my girl from Memphis got some competition now, man.
Coverage you can count on begins in Richmond County, where the first of many new leaders take the oath of office to serve the city of Augusta. Today, Commissioner-elect Stacey Pulliam. Nikita Dennis is live from the Satellite News Center. Hey, Nikita.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Renetta. Yeah, Stacey Pulliam is ready to get to work in District 2 with big plans for those who live in the area.
Swear and affirm that I will support.
Taking the oath of office.
This is Mulatto, man. Mulatto gonna be the police chief down here, man.
I'm gonna say sister over here.
That's a bad sign.
That is definitely an omen.
She's worse than a real sister. Like, you'd rather have a dark sister than a mulatto.
Yeah, they real worse. Them mixed ones worse.
You think so?
They ain't got no sense.
Think about it. Like, she has to prove her blackness. So she has the only way she can really prove affirm and assert her blackness is to be extra woke. Like, she extra with it.
And understand,
she goes hard in the paint.
She grew up on the other side.
Natural curly too.
She didn't grow up with all us. And I'm telling you, that's why she's where she's at. Though. And you think so? Look at her.
I mean,
I don't know. Yeah,
plenty of my races grow up in Sunday.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
But
they still retarded.
But here's the thing: she has to go the extra mile, because you don't just look at her see a black person. She's like Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle. Everybody's racist. Everybody's calling me. Everybody's racist because I'm black. And it's like, come on, man. You don't even look like a black person. So this person, she has to go. As a police chief, as your chief or commissioner, whatever they call it, she is going to basically unleash the Sun Man on you.
It's about to get lit in Augusta.
Yeah, because she can't be hard on her. Think about her being hard on the Sun Man. Now you being hard on the Sun Man because that's your white side coming out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So what you're saying, Nike, is don't sit in a parked car in Augusta?
No, I'm telling you that I know about Augusta, and I'm telling you, I'm just watching this and it's blowing my mind.
To help better a community she has been a part of since 1997.
To say that I knew that Commissioner was going to be part of my story, I wasn't really sure about that.
Commissioner-elect Stacey Pulliam was sworn into office on Monday by a Richmond County judge, standing in front of family, friends, and colleagues. Pulliam says she is ready to serve District 2, bringing attention to many issues in the district.
I see the areas that need attention. The blight, the overgrown lots, the roads that need to be fixed. I will be at the table.
The crime.
For you as we discuss and find solutions to more reliable transit systems.
She says many things she has learned as a kid has helped her to better serve her community.
I learned how to meet people where they were in life. I also learned that everything doesn't require judgment on my part.
But it will also take help from those who live in District 2.
I need your...
Everything doesn't require
What
judgment.
do you mean?
It does. That's why elected you. We should have elected
That's
somebody
your whole
else.
job.
Yeah, we should have elected somebody else, man. Y'all fucked.
On my part.
But it will also take help from those who live in District 2.
I need your help, District 2. We are a team. District 2, we are key players. We are VIP. We are the GOATs.
Pulliam will begin her term January 3rd, the same day that Commissioner Wayne Guilfoyle and Alvin Mason will be sworn in. Live from the Satellite News Center, Nikita.
Oh, man.
You haven't mentioned crime not one time.
Nope.
Oh, they
More
hide
crime.
it, and I don't. That's so crazy. No, listen, I literally have family members involved in bullshit down there, and I'm like, wow, this is. I said, I'm gonna throw it up on my favorite place in the world, and this nigga pulled it up, and they just hide it, all of it. I'm like, it's insanity because it's an entire war zone down there. It's absolute madness.
Is it that bad over there?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Down there.
No, I'm telling you to the point where I got generations. Like I'm telling you, some man life is different. So I have generations of success and generations of all that wild shit in my family.
Yeah, I mean, it's like any other city, man.
Any other city, it's going down. They just hide it. It's just wild. They hide it. It's wild. That's crazy.
Yeah. So we do one more city before we get out of here, man.
But they're not in the conference. They're not in the Division 1 though. Right?
No. They're not.
Hell no.
They're not. Yeah, they're not in the Division
pros.
1. They're Division 2 school, man. But they still.
Yeah, still my respects, right?
One of the best Division 2 schools out there, man.
Damn.
I don't think we've seen them in the Sun Bowl.
Well, Wakanda be holding it down anyway. It's just that they got New Orleans, and that's tough to compete with.
New Orleans is heavy competition.
You can't compete with New. My respects. My hats off to New Orleans.
Yeah, New Orleans is just like, I mean,
They're really doing the most.
And so it's Philly.
I still got St. Louis though. Man. I'm still going with St. Louis.
It's all steady.
St. Louis is like a silent. It'll like sneak up on you. You know what I mean? Like you wouldn't even know, but they're there.
Well, see, Atlanta's a lie because they can't really quantify it because Metro Atlanta is multiple counties.
New Orleans got a lot of flashy
right.
plays like ripping your arms off and that kind of thing, but St. Louis has got the steady game for sure.
Yeah,
that's a good way to put it. That's New Orleans definitely shows out.
Jersey doesn't have its New Jersey City doesn't have its own channel, man. If you got a Jersey City channel, man, send it to me and I'll do it the next show. If you find a city,
Did you ever see that video of the dudes beating the bus driver who pulled the strap on him?
Was that in Philly?
That was Jersey somewhere.
I did see that video.
Let me get some water and I'm gonna come back and we're gonna do this shit.
Free that son, man, if he's like though, because he,
Oh, it was free all 6 of them.
he was getting jumped on, like what
free all 6 of them and give them their puffer jackets back. And
they could kill you. Beating on you like that, one wrong hit, you could die.
That man should have let them stomp on his head. He should not have pulled the gun out. To be fair, he started clapping at him like after they were all running down the block.
I like how he cocked it. How like he cocked it. Yo, that's enough for the sister DA to be like, oh, you had time to think about it. You
intent, first degree.
Right, first degree. They just kids. They just funning.
Yeah, bunch of little murderers.
Right. Yeah, they are. They might be, I guess, kids by definition, but they'll kill you.
No, it's not just kids. You just got to understand. You got to get that DA bullshit out your head and say, am I going to survive or not?
I'm telling you, one good hit in your head, you could.
This guy in Jersey's being charged with 7 counts of attempted murder.
No way.
They're throwing the book at him.
Is he alive?
Yeah. Well, yeah. So they were beating him up, and then they ran as soon as they saw he had the strap, and he took a good long minute to draw and cock.
So here's my issue.
Not a minute. I said
why don't?
Yeah, I mean,
so here's my issue. Why aren't the gliders rallying behind certain gliders that need some help?
Well, it was a brother that did that. It was a brother.
Was it? I thought
it was a brother.
Glider.
No,
I thought
I
it was a
couldn't.
glider situation.
I'll bet money it was
It
a
was the
brother.
bus driver, right?
Right, but the brothers be driving the buses.
For sure. I was just thinking, like, damn, half of the
It'd
problems
be
on
hard
public
for me to
transportation
see.
are brothers, but brothers are also doing a lot of work on public transportation too. So I got to salute that.
I don't know. I'm a son, man. I done been in situations, and I'll just say this: that it's not like that. Like normally, like certain shit. Well, now granted, this new generation of fucking letting these motherfuckers do whatever the fuck, I'm telling you, it's having an effect.
100%. Yo,
Like
it's
I'm
only gonna
telling
get
you,
worse.
it's having
Yo,
an
like
effect.
the even smaller kids are watching. The ones that are like
Listen,
7.
and then the rap. Listen, y'all don't think. All right, you gotta understand. Like all that shit matters. So when you pushing a narrative, you let these motherfuckers come out and look cool to their peers. Think about how you were at like 16. You're a fucking idiot. There's no such thing as a smart 16-year-old. You're a complete
Yeah, but
fucking idiot.
we got like
Nah,
smart and
but
not smart, and then we got like bloodthirsty.
Well, I mean, the Tigers are pretty level-headed.
No, he
No,
talking
they
about
just
street
no, they
smart.
just
He talking about
whoop.
book smart.
They just whooped. They just whooped in line. They still don't know shit. You couldn't just throw their ass out there and they just navigate properly. So I don't give a fuck what you talking about. So at that age, you're a dipshit. You see what I'm saying? And that age, and particularly the way things are going right now, like I'm telling you, like that's why I be in my kids' ass. I'm thankful that I was able to get through that shit and not be a felon or be dead or any of that bullshit because I really get it. And it's different. It's different than what you think it is. And I'm telling you, like, on the core level, like you're never really fighting the people in the street. You're fighting that Negro that lives amongst you.
But you know what I says that prison is a blessing or whatever to the son, man, because it gives them time to
It's
mature.
not fuck that part. Son man need consequence for action. I'm telling you, I grew up a son man. There's a reason why.
But it gives them time to mature and maybe
No,
age
it
out
doesn't.
of their
No, it does.
violence.
And
they snitch on themselves
Sometimes
social media all the
they
time.
mature, sometimes they don't.
That's not the point. That's no fuck all that. Who gives a fuck about a rehabilitation? We ain't talking about rehabilitation. We talking about motherfucking consequences and sending a message.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, but we're talking about realistic things in society. The
Right,
only realistic thing
That's
that we
not
can have for
difficult because they did
consequences
it
is
once
imprisonment.
before. Listen, if you try,
yeah, I
Do you
agree.
see that happening though?
It has to start somewhere.
No,
Yeah,
you
I
don't.
think it
Don't
is.
stop it,
You got to start. It's got to start somehow.
Listen, I see it. I see it coming.
So
It
give me an
has to
example.
come.
Give me an example of why I should hear what you're saying, because I don't see
Because this exists. Like everybody, like let's talk about this red wave shit. Everybody's like red wave, red wave. What do you mean? Listen, what planet do you live on? It's a slow creep. I'm telling you, I've been watching and paying attention to a lot of things. This is the only place you'll ever see me on the internet, and I do a whole lot of shit. I just don't give a fuck. So listen, I'm telling you. No, we're not. No, listen, the pendulum always swings, man.
Okay, I like
Stay
that.
down. Stay down. Don't break.
You can look at how
What the
many people are
fuck?
starting. You can look at how many people are starting to carry guns.
Listen, I started playing. I swear to God, what I do like home renovation, construction type shit. So like, if we had an empty house, I would play one of these podcasts or Black Gen Z shit. One of my partners started carrying his pistol because he is suddenly like, listen, bro, like
when is the pendulum like? Give me a rough estimate.
it's starting to swing. The fact that we're still here talking freely on the internet. What you talking about?
This
is new.
This is
No,
a
it's
bubble.
not a bubble's always blow up.
It's a very tiny bubble, brother.
No, it's growing. It's growing. You just don't know because you like in it.
That may be
I'm
so,
not in
but
it.
what kind of political
Hey man,
power
how
does
old are
it
you?
have?
How old are you, man?
I'm in my 40s.
So you remember the effects of the first crime bill and what happened before it?
I told you. Hold on. If you've been online,
Most of these guys aren't that old. Most of these guys aren't that old.
What did I tell you earlier? I said we knew armed robbery was 15 off the gate. Did I not say that?
Man, are you gonna do that crime bill again? When, man?
No,
You know they're not.
listen to me. I'm telling you, that's why we only had one partner that was stupid enough to do it, and he got 15.
But that's not what we're arguing, brother. We're not arguing that. We understand that. We all understand that.
Yes, until y'all get enough balls to push it, then it'll go.
Well, I mean, we all agree with that. What I'm arguing is when.
What are you arguing?
I don't see it.
I said balls to push it. Nothing. Listen, change don't come easy.
Okay,
that you want to. You think you're just gonna tiptoe in it?
I don't.
You don't want to put your face out there. You don't want to do your. Listen, you can. Y'all are the way. We can't do it. I can't do it through us.
Illinois, brother. In a few days, the purge act's gonna pass, brother.
That's because none of y'all are out front. Y'all ain't out here pushing what needs to be pushed.
Show me when is the backlash coming, brother. I do.
Listen, we live in the social media internet era, bro. You got to go push your energy where you want your energy pushed. Some man can deal with any of this shit. I'm telling you. Don't worry about us. Like, you know what I mean?
Too. We definitely could too.
No, you're not liking this, so change it.
No, not obviously no one that's normal. Not even some men that are normal like this.
I mean, the political power to change it does not exist right now.
We can't do it without you
10
all.
years. It took 10 years from the crack epidemic for the '94 crime bill.
I agree with that. Yes, sir. You're absolutely correct because that's a fucking fact.
10 years.
Yeah, but so where we at now?
Mayo, are you kidding me? The violence
2 years
from the
into
70s to it was 30 or like 20, 30 years, Mayo.
Dude,
violence wasn't. Violence is a part of society. Only thing we can do is limit violence.
Civil society.
No,
Yes,
listen, man. Violence is a part of society.
It's part of civil society.
It's part of civil society. The only thing we can do is limit it. So one way we can limit a lot of things is make certain crimes extremely difficult to overcome. Like you can't carjack a motherfucker. Like when we were coming up, you couldn't carjack somebody and go to jail for it and get out on bond and not get 10, 15 years.
Yeah, that's the problem. There's the political
That's the
power
problem.
going the opposite direction.
Is that people are carjacking people and getting out on bond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Laws are getting
But
harsher.
nobody's arguing that. Nobody's arguing that.
Yeah, but
there's
just
enough
like the
Southern men that'll stand with you. Y'all got to stand up, and we'll ride. I'm telling you.
It took
It takes
10
all right,
years.
tell me I'm wrong.
It took 10 years last time to get that shit through.
So give me a rough
10 years
estimate
of
then, Mayonnaise. Give
10
me a rough
years of
estimate then. Are you saying 10 years?
I'm
from
just telling you
this
where we
year?
need to start now. I can't tell you
I
how long
am
it's gonna
giving you
take.
an example of how this happened before.
Okay,
a factual
Mayonnaise, and
example.
I'm asking you for
No, that's facts.
give me
That's
a rough
facts.
We 2
estimate,
years-
Mayonnaise.
Dude,
Mayonnaise,
we
lower your voice, Mayonnaise. Lower your voice,
We're
bro.
3 years into this.
You think we only 3 years into
So
this?
you're saying it's
We
7 years,
more
then,
than 3
Mayonnaise.
years into
You
it.
think we 3 years into this, Mayo? Like
No,
real talk, bro.
no,
You
no.
like supposed to know what's
No,
up.
we're 3 years into it from the George Floyd explosion.
That's not enough. You got to go before that.
Yeah, but that's when they were gunning each other
No,
down, brother.
you listen. You trying to fight a war on your own mental level. I'm telling you where it's at with the Sun community. You're way before that.
Were they
late.
killing each other?
You're late.
Were they fucking each other?
You
they
think
wanna
that
fuck
shit just
each other.
started? No, listen, y'all missing it. I'm trying to tell you. I'm giving you the goddamn keys.
Bro, we are 403 years into this. That's where
Right,
we're at.
right. Since 19, what's that? What was that book?
1619.
Since 1619, brother.
No, it's different.
Man, look.
Y'all know
all
it's
I'm
different
asking,
right
man,
now.
Mayo, is
You
give
know
me
it's different right now.
Give me a rough
definitely
estimate, maybe
different right
7
now.
years from now, Mayo. Because I don't see it.
I don't care what you see. What I'm telling you is what
What
is
are we
true.
arguing about? We're all arguing the same point here.
Yeah.
No,
All
no,
it
I
takes,
disagree,
it takes everyone to literally. I'm telling you, we have to be
black
honest with the
churches
world we
were-
live in.
The black churches were begging for the crime bill.
Well, yeah, but
That
they don't
minister
exist
you
anymore.
saw- Yeah, but that minister you saw in New Orleans, he was pleading with Congress at that time to pass
Yeah,
that
but
bill.
you know more about him than most Sun people. I'm telling you what's going on in the Sun community. It ain't about
That
that.
same pastor will cape for these clowns. That same
I'm
man
telling
will cape
you,
for these clowns.
the church doesn't have the power anymore in the black
Oh,
community.
I understand that. I understand that.
That's not where the power lies.
Yo, how black? We're not arguing the same thing. We all here agree that tough on crime, yada yada. But my problem with these two dudes is give me an example, give me a rough estimate.
We gave you
of
an
when.
example, and the timeline. As far as the
crack bill.
timeline,
Yeah, we did all that. We really did that.
when people get tired of it,
People
That's
are
all it
tired of it
takes.
already, man. What are you talking about,
No,
bro?
they're
No,
not.
they're not.
No,
That
you're
makes
not
sense. No, they're
tired
not.
enough.
There's some cyclic activity to it
Bro,
that shit gets so bad
bro,
after a
they're
while
not
that people
tired
wake up and
enough,
then
bro. I'm telling you
Exactly.
that I have a house in a community that got crack houses, violence. It's got gliders because gliders are fearlessly stupid and like whatever. Because to be honest with you, we most of the time won't even bother you if you let us do our thing. Like it's not even like that. So you got to go into this way out outskirt bullshit for that to happen because they really are the same motherfuckers. So understand this. Until y'all actually have listen, it takes what it takes to get where it needs to go. Listen, anybody who knows me knows my internet presence is so minute, good luck. And this is the only place I felt like I would ever even motherfucking talk because this shit real.
Right.
And I've been saying this shit.
So how,
you know what I'm saying?
So how black? What's the limit of these sun teens or sun men harvesting our organs? Where's
probably
that?
2 to 3 times as many gliders getting smoked by sun teens every month than exist currently. Maybe
They're already getting smoked like a motherfucker.
I know. I'm saying it's going to take like maybe 4 times as many as that currently.
No, they don't know.
I don't know. I gotta see it to believe it.
No, nothing matters because you gotta understand they live in their phone. The phone tells them what they need to think. Like you acting like that's not what it takes.
The liberals up there are sending them the information.
Yes, they run the shit. It is what it is.
Let me move along, man.
Go ahead.
Take
My
it.
Well, eggs aren't the only thing being beaten in the kitchen. We are tapping into our scholarly thinking on this martial
That was
arts
freaky.
Monday. We're joined by Ali Mosea. He is a 7th degree black belt. And if you find yourself in a sticky situation, maybe inside of your own home, Ali is showing us how we can defend ourselves and really use household items to handle some potential intruders.
Yes.
Well, Ali, I'm excited about this one. Where do we even start today?
Well, the main thing you want to realize is that when you're in the kitchen, your environment around you and the surfaces around you are weapons, and you have to be aware of it first. So, like an instance, here's a broomstick.
Okay.
All right. So if we're in the kitchen and let's say I'm getting attacked by an attacker and he's coming in to do something to me, you have to remember the same basics of your inward.
Fuck is this?
You use your broomstick to deflate, poke, go to the
Wishful
legs,
thinking.
throwing eyes, the main things to defend yourself. So we've
This
got
is a household item
broomstick in our action. We've also got, remember, you can't.
This man just said stab him in the groin with your broomstick.
Yeah, they trying at least. Damn, give them some credit.
Yeah,
They trying.
This is necessary information.
Yeah.
They trying to tell people. You might be a child. Child might not have a gun. It might be an elderly person. She might not can't get to a gun. He trying to
Do
get.
you not watch this channel?
He trying to get them other things to do.
But the biggest dangerous for son women are their son boyfriends.
Okay. Well, anyway, they trying to show about how to fight off an attacker with things in your kitchen.
And this is
Y'all sitting up here laughing. I bet one of y'all niggas gonna have to use their skillet one day.
So you can't breathe again.
No,
So
I would
if
not
you
want any of that in my eyes.
Right. So if your attacker's coming up to you, and let's say he's coming towards me, I can step back, spray right to the eyes,
That's a
and
felony.
give me enough chance to be able to. And this isn't just for like a home intruder. This could be domestic violence, battered women. Like, if someone has a gun, you can still spray this, but you want to be a little more conscious of how you're going to get away. But this is just for somebody causing issues in your
Domestic violence. What you talking about?
and maybe men too. Then you got your pot. You're cooking your eggs. You're beating you in your little bead here, and somebody comes in. You see an intruder. You can take the pan, and now you can use this as a weapon against your attacker. I've even got something as great as this represents a towel.
Okay.
So this is a drying towel. So if I was getting attacked here, what I could do, I could come up here, use this to defend, kick here, grab him, and throw him into the counter head first. Again, being aware of what's around me. You have to be aware of what is around you and what you can use as a weapon. You got
Yet another
mason
reason you
jars.
should
These
always
are
carry
easy
your towel.
to take, right upside. So he punches at me, I can block, boom. Go right to the face. Everything is a weapon, but you have to understand how it can work for you. So Here's something just as simple as a cell phone
Phone
charger.
charger. I
Cell
keep my
phone
phone
charger.
charger in the kitchen.
Yeah, so let's say he was to punch or something at me, I could easily stop him with the block, whip straight down, and whip him across the face with this, and come up, whip him across the throat, hit him again, and then at that point, I could take him his knees
Some
out.
women
But
do
just
that
showing
every
you
day
that
to
some
their
of the
kids.
simplest things around us can be used
Listen.
as a weapon.
Okay, and this really is all about.
I mean, look, man,
This
it's
is
better
how to
than
get killed by an intruder.
We just watched the Sun Man get whipped on television.
right. But
When they say use a frying pan, do they understand how much force it take to actually incapacitate someone with a frying pan, and how you actually put yourself at risk of getting hurt?
Some women do that, bro.
Yeah, some women
You
always
beat them with the frying pan till they don't move no more.
Listen, that's not new in our community.
Yeah, but this is just stuff that can kind of like stun somebody and you can run. Like, I don't think this is nothing that gives you the advantage to win the fight. I think it's something that just keeps somebody off you for a second. You can free yourself and run out of the room.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
but the problem is you have to be close to someone to do this stuff, and that's assuming the person isn't able to overpower you if you're on the swing. Because when you swing something, that first swing matters. If you miss, then that person can attack you right there when you're trying to recover and trying to wind up for another swing. And that's assuming they don't have a gun themselves.
Just like a fight, bro.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Well, these sisters know how to fight, right? So
Marcy ain't convinced unless it got something to do with a gun, man. Let's.
All I'm saying is a shotgun is also a household tool.
But some people can't be around guns. You might have a convicted felon in your house. You might be a convicted felon. You might not want to get caught with a gun. Go back to prison.
That's not how things jump off.
I mean, they don't stop a lot of guys who have felonies.
Actually, the gentleman we were talking about earlier, the bus driver in New Jersey.
Yeah.
He is from Staten Island, New York. He is actually an umbrito, and he had a stolen. He was in possession of a stolen.
Oh snap!
gun.
It was stolen. Damn.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, that's not abnormal.
And he had a gun in New Jersey.
It's
Alone,
America.
that right there is
Guns are gonna
15
be
years.
here. Can't worry about that. We gotta worry about punishment.
I mean,
amen.
Yeah, to be fair, him discharging that firearm at a bunch of fleeing Sun teens.
Bro, guns
down the
gonna
sidewalk
be
could have
here,
resulted-
man.
Well, I'm just saying it could have resulted in somebody else getting shot, and exactly what we talk about on this panel.
Yeah,
So.
exactly. It's all about punishment.
But it's hard not to feel some sympathy when you just watch a bunch of Sun teens beating the shit out of him and then run away, and he's shooting at him, and then you're kind of like, well, they certainly
That's a
deserve
Rumble only. I have to cover that on Rumble, man. But yeah,
Yeah, that's a different level. I probably couldn't even say nothing.
When you go to Rumble, go on trollalley.com again.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I do that tomorrow, man. I'm gonna get on the Rumble tomorrow, man. Yeah, man. And on that note, man, come back strong tomorrow, man. Peace out, man. Salute to everybody.
Good night,
Support the
y'all.
show. I'm out.
have a great night.
Good night, everyone.
God bless.